push you away, cause I'm lost in the days. Keep my feet back on the ground. Remember when I met you in that little town, a little movie theater and some loving going round. You never said much, but thanked you. Now you got a lot to say, but it's all been used. Not even love will keep us together, and not even love will tear us apart, and not even love will bring you down, but it's love that broke my heart. All in time, but you got freedom. You didn't want this anymore. So fly that flag in the dark of your heart, cause I know mine's got a scar. Remember when I met you in that little town, a little movie theater and some loving going round. You never said much, but they did you. And now you got a lot to say, but it's all been used. And not even love will keep us together, and not even love will tear us apart, and not even love will bring you down, but it's love that broke my heart. You're holding on to time.
Hey, welcome back to Live on Patrol. What is the date today, Pat? December
4th.
I think it might be the 5th.
No, it's the 4th, I promise.
Oh, it is. December 4th. God bless you. It's going to be the 5th.
Yes, it is, before we're done.
Glad you could come back and join us. We are Live on Patrol. My name's Bob Fletcher. I have the honor of serving as the sheriff here in Ramsey County. And with me is Pat Scott. I'll have him introduce himself. I know a lot of times new viewers say, well, who the heck are you guys?
Who's that guy with that Jesse Ventura voice, I think I've been told?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's exactly. You should run for governor, Pat. I worked for St. Paul for 20 or more years, and then had the honor of being elected sheriff, and had the pleasure of serving you. This Ramsey County is the county in the capital city of St. Paul.
Yes.
St. Paul is about half our county. Then there's several suburbs to the north. The county of about 550,000 people. And Pat, of course, was an icon at the St. Paul Police Department. Came to work for us as an analyst at the sheriff's office, but we're intending to bring him out of retirement as a deputy at some point here.
Yeah, working on studying to take that reinstatement test.
Yeah, that's good. So, Patrick, you got any tips for us today? I know in terms of what's been going on, I know they just were chasing a person down by the Capitol Heights.
Yeah, some guy who violated an order for protection, if I remember right. And
yeah.
They even had the state helicopter up looking for him, and they thought they had him once.
And it was an animal,
and the chopper said, nope, that was a critter.
That was a critter, yeah.
A four-legged critter.
So we're southbound on Arcade, just coming into the city. That I did have a request. That was my son's music, Kyle Fletcher. Those of you that wonder, if you haven't heard, that was one of his songs, "It's Love," and I gotta make sure I can get some of his other music online so people can listen to it.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful, Bob.
Well, he had a number of great songs. He's a very talented child.
I wish I had known him.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, he passed away on his 26th birthday when some friends brought him some drugs to celebrate. Unfortunately, he was in a coma for 3 days. But the reason I mentioned that tonight, if you saw in the news last night, opioid deaths are significantly up in Minnesota this year. And we've been seeing downward trends until this year, the last couple years, because Narcan is readily available for overdoses.
108, you're clear.
And so this is a very disturbing trend, and most of the uptick has happened since the pandemic hit.
Right. We're seeing a lot of mental health issues, connected to that. And, excuse me, a lot of suicides, a lot of attempted suicides. It's affecting a lot of people very, very profoundly.
Have a good night, 2118.
Yeah, and it's tougher for people to get help sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
During the pandemic, or to have connection with other humans. And so, it is one of those things that we need to put more attention into. And once this pandemic wraps up, I'm personally have to do more at the sheriff's office to help people get treatment and get the help they need to get unaddicted, because addiction is obviously terrible disease facing our country, and overdose deaths are a result of that. So
Roads are clear advised, and you can send us both at DOC. Copy 315.
anyhow, I hope our camera, by the way, some of you didn't get a chance to weigh in on our camera from Wednesday night. We did test out this new camera
Copy, clearing the inside of the room.
Wednesday, and if you can take a look at it, let us know how it looks. It is an iPhone 12 Pro Max. And what do we got here? There, Pat? Is it a funeral here? Or services?
52 Maryland Avenue. One caller for 89 shots heard.
A funeral
Coming
service?
from the back of the residence. Caller advising of a room. Pickup truck parked in the back as well.
iPhone
possibly
12
related.
Pro Max is supposed to have a stabilizer in the camera.
Looks like we got a shots fired. 1900 East Maryland and 1522 case.
Okay.
Even a juvenile female transporting to Children's Hospital, starting Maryland 504.
Copy. 2120.
Not real close to each other, about a half mile apart, maybe a little more. Those two shots fired.
Right. So with squads on the way, there's really no need for us to rush there. It's a better strategy, in our opinion, generally, to be watching for vehicles fleeing the area. I want to make a little personal bit of an announcement here. My daughter Kasara and her husband Tony, who I love like my own son, have a dear friend named Ben Olin, who is a religious watcher of our Live on Patrol.
You mean he watches a lot?
A lot. And Ben has become a friend of mine as well through them.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, Ben, happy birthday.
Hey!
Hey, happy birthday.
Show me a road.
How old is Ben, or doesn't he want to say it?
I'm not gonna say it unless I get the big okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you and I are only 49, right?
Yeah. Several times.
Sorry, then. So,
Okay. In Maryland, there's a vehicle in back.
not too far from our. Well, that's not. Oh, there was some crime over there on the other side. There's an older fella that had his car stolen over on the Maryland East of White Bear there. I was reading something on the crime posts.
I remember something about that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I wasn't able to listen to the radio much today and tonight, so I had to take a nap.
See if you can monitor the comments. I just want to make sure our audio and visual is working good here too before we.
Yeah, let me get up on the screen here.
They're advising their ex and their ex's brother are refusing to leave. Would like them to be removed.
So we were eastbound on Maryland in the city of St. Paul. Maryland is one of the main streets running through the east side over to Lake Como on the western side, but about 15,000 cars a day on this street. Just to our north here is Lake Phelan. For those of you that grew up or used to hang out in Lake Phelan, I'm sure a lot of people did. One of the first McDonald's ever in Minnesota. I think it might have been the second one.
This one up here was?
Right here, yeah.
I did not know that.
I think one of the first ones might have been in Snelling or something, but this is one of the very first ones.
7156 Tango.
I used to come here when I was 7 or 8 years old. Maybe it was 9.
For vehicle lockout at 2241 Cheshire.
I remember when they first put the sign up that said over 1 million sold. Now they're into trillions.
Unreal.
Trillions.
Well, we're overwhelmingly being told that everything looks good on the video. I've seen one person say it was glitching. And now, if it's glitching for you, I have a suggestion for you. If you're on your phone and you have your Wi-Fi on your phone, turn it off, and it works better for me when I do that.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes it tries to log on to the Wi-Fi.
Right.
I know we're on the way to 1900, but I just want to make a quick trip through the parking lot.
Well, a lot of the people who pull this stuff come here afterwards.
Yeah, and a lot of them like to know we're here.
What's that light right there?
080 XAP, X-ray Alpha Papa.
Copy.
Looks like driver's inside.
Clear over here.
Oh, do we know if that Maryland call got dispatched yet or not?
Copy.
Yeah, it was. And it also could be that we drove through a place with not the greatest signal.
Yeah.
7127 checking traffic.
But
Well, we got a 5G transmission going, and not a lot of users after 9 o'clock, so it should be good. No one's out at the bar. I know that for a fact.
very true.
Kind of nice out tonight. Actually, I'm thankful it's nice. Hopefully some of you saw our post. If you didn't, if you're not a regular viewer, earlier today I posted about 2 dogs that were, I guess the word's kidnapped, dog-napped. 2 dogs that were taken in a stolen car over in Minneapolis. And the owner was on television last night asking for help to find them. And thankfully, one of the dogs at 2 a.m. in the morning up on Highway 10 in Coon Rapids, there was an accident up there. If you can believe this, there was an accident, and somebody there that was driving by the accident saw a dog walking around the accident scene. So one of the dogs, Lucy, has been recovered.
But we had some optimism for a minute.
Go ahead, I'll turn this.
This guy kind of came out of there kind of fast.
Okay.
The second one in line. Let's see how he acts after this. I think it's an Escalade.
Where are we at? Wait, 1900 is still.
Yeah, we're right about there.
The target's still ahead of us, right? What's the address?
We might be about there.
What's the address?
1952.
Central Avenue West.
It's coming up right here.
Subject in the
What is the nature of the call?
Shots fired.
Acting strangely, possibly under the influence of
So
something.
1952
Black
is
male, 45 to 50, unknown
right
police
there, huh?
description.
Yep.
Was in the comps garbage earlier, and now just hooked himself by the
cops are
elbow
here.
to the dog's chain in the backyard. They requested
Let's see if this guy's officers are here already. We'll just talk to this gentleman.
BNR 210.
Hi, excuse me. Hi. We just had some shots fired here, and we see you're coming out of here. What's happening?
I just pulled in here to pull. I just pulled in here to turn around.
To turn around? Where are you headed to?
I'm going back this way home.
I know, but where is home at?
I'm sorry.
Where's
Frost Avenue?
Frost?
Yes.
And if you don't mind, since we did have a shooting here, what brings you guys down here?
My grandmother lives over here. I'm from Northfield, and I got turned around.
I'm sure that's a really good, normal explanation, but where does your grandma live?
I'm sorry?
Where does your grandmother live?
My grandmother lives on White Bear, down White Bear.
Down White Bear?
1245 Frost.
1245 Frost is where you're headed? Okay. Did you guys hear any shots?
I did not. I literally just pulled in here.
I know, ma'am, we followed you, okay? We know you just pulled in here. We're not doubting that. But we just had a shots fired, and that's why we have to, it's much better if we just talk like this for a little bit, and then we feel comfortable you're not involved, and then you go on your way. Otherwise, we got to do a traffic stop and check everybody. We don't want to do that. We just want you to convince us that your presence here has nothing to do with the shots fired.
It has nothing to do with the shots fired.
Can the person in the back roll his window down right here? Just one of you back there?
Yes,
All right.
my father.
All right. Your father? Well, now I know you're in good hands. Your dad's not going to let you get in trouble, right?
No.
Okay. Go. Have a good night. Thank you.
Well.
Thank
Good
you
night,
very
folks.
much. Thank you. So anyhow, back to the dogs. We all need to actually get out tomorrow morning and look and see if you can see this. Who knows where he's going to be? The dog was stolen from South Minneapolis at a daycare center. The car was stolen while the poor mom was just running to the door to drop
166.
her child off, and you don't even get to go in the building. So it was a female that got dropped off by That's an advantage of the car that stops you. See this little button here, parking assist? We got to turn that off. There we go. That's called a parking assist. It doesn't let you hit the curb. A male party had dropped a female off, and then she stole her car. So we are going to call Gina. I talked to Gina a couple days. We did have a couple of us up there on our own time volunteering to look for Lola today from the sheriff's office. But there's nothing worse than losing a companion. And now we know that Lucy was found without her collar on. And that means that whoever stole her took the collar off. So could be in a variety of places. So I'm going to try to call Gina now. I told her she would be on live. She said anything that helps.
This is Gina.
Hey Gina, this is Bob Fletcher. Thanks for taking our call.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Anything you can, why don't you just tell the story from the beginning about, how Lucy and Lola got taken, and then, if you don't mind, talk about the other areas the car might have been, from either where the police saw it or where the credit card was used, just so people in those areas can be hyper vigilant.
Sure. So yesterday morning at 8:15, I literally was doing my daily routines, which a part of that is taking my daughter to school, and my dogs always come with me in the car. So went to school, or went to her daycare, and that was at like 42nd and Bloomington at the El Jardín in the parking lot there, and parked right in front of the door to the entry, so the first parking spot. And it was cold out, so I left my keys in the car and the ignition was on, but it takes literally 30 seconds to drop off my daughter. They take her right at the door, and then I come out. And so, within 30 seconds, I walked in, handed off my daughter, and then walked out, and a gray car pulled up with a male white driver and a female white person, like, got out of the car, jumped into my car, and literally just took off. It all happened so fast. And
Gina, just before you continue, the location that originally that they stole your car was at Bloomington, and what was the cross street, did you say?
In 42nd Street, so, or like 41st, Bloomington and 41st. So there's an El Jardín and like a strip mall there.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure.
No. Yeah. So I ran after them in the parking lot, and then realized, I'm not going to get very far. They're going to outrun me. But the cars went in two totally different directions. My car headed north on Bloomington. The other car went south. And so, I called the police officers, the Minneapolis police. They came right out, took my information. My phone was in the car. So we were able to track, we got back to my home. We were able to track my phone, and we started tracking where she was going. So she was like headed like north and weaving in and out of like the streets from Bloomington to Cedar, like back and forth. And then she ended up on the parking lot, the Target parking lot and Cub parking lot over on Lake Street, the one that got looted during George Floyd. And so the police were able to see the car. I believe that they pulled up near it, and then they saw the woman. They know it was my car. They couldn't see the dogs, but I'm sure the dogs were obviously still in there. And she took off. And so there's you can't pursue anymore, so they had to let her go. And she threw my car, she threw my phone out of the car.
And so that was at the Target on Lake Street there by where the looting occurred, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's another area that she could be let out somewhere in there, possibly.
Right. And so that's kind of originally what I thought, because we were watching her like go in these weird circles in between, Bloomington and Cedar. Like she was kind of going like making full circles around these blocks. And then I was like, well, maybe she dropped off the dogs or something in there and got rid of them. I have no idea. So I thought the same thing. Yeah, like maybe they could have been dropped somewhere within that area, which is relatively close to my home. And that's where our initial search for the dogs had started. And then through my my credit card, we got an alert, a fraudulent alert, that it was used at the Burger King over on, it's in, the Burger King and the
Stinson area. You said Stinson and 35W.
Stinson.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. And so that was maybe about 45 minutes to an hour after the Target, because we were out looking too, and then we got alerted. We headed over there, but didn't see the car, didn't see anything. They used my card at the Target, and then they also went to a tobacco and smoke shop there and used my card there. So we just also found out too, just so you know, that my husband's truck that I told you that was stolen 2 weeks ago,
right,
they just gave us the report, and they found my husband's truck in that same Burger King parking lot where they went to use my card. So I don't know. That's really weird.
That's more than a coincidence. That's a clue.
It was just really strange. And then we didn't have after they used my card, the card was too many fraudulent charges, so they shut it off. We couldn't get it reactivated. And then, yeah, we were called by the, what is it?
Coon Rapids?
Coon Rapids Police Department. And at 2 a.m, and they let us know that somebody had made a call in. There was a car accident, and somebody reported the car accident and that there was a dog loose on Highway 10. And so they went, and it was Lucy, and they picked her up, and they said they don't know if the two incidences were related. It was just somebody that reported it. And yeah, so then we were out there searching in that kind of area on the path behind where 10 is, like pretty much throughout the whole day today.
Well, tell us a little bit about Lola. I know I've seen her picture out there posted, and maybe we can, well, it's on my page. People that want to see the picture can go find it. But tell us about Lola and how much you love her.
So she is, I consider, Lucy and Lola, Lola is 3 years old. Lucy is the older one. She's 4. And Lola had a really, really bad, she came from Restaurant Rescue, and we heard all about her story before she came to us. She was in a really bad situation. They had shackles on her neck. And so she's got these scars from where the shackles were left where she was tied. And so she's really kind of scared, a little bit. Like she, with Lucy, her running on the highway, I can see that. With Lola, it'd be too loud.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Love you. Sorry. Somebody's yelling at us.
That's okay. No problem. But with Lola, she's way more skittish. So any loud noises or, she's scared pretty easily. So I could see her trying to find a place to run and hide. However, with Lola, I don't see her running through the woods if she finds a path. If she finds a path, she's going to stick onto that sidewalk because she doesn't like going in the woods unless she's chasing around her sister. But she's a really, really, really sweet dog. She's got short hair, and that's another thing. She gets cold pretty easily, so it freaks me out to think that she's outside right now. She's a sweetheart of a dog, and I mean, she's my dog baby, and so it just freaks me out to know, that she could be out there. And just knowing how densely populated, the area kind of around those parks are, I'm just praying and hoping somebody saw her, somebody has her, she's indoors, safe, and maybe, somebody will hear or see something about this and turn her in.
All right. Well, I saw how heartbroken you were on Channel 9 News last night, and, there's a lot of reasons just to be heartbroken. Like you said, besides the fact she's missing, just that it would happen in your own neighborhood where you think you trust people and you feel comfortable in, and that's a devastating thing too. So. Right. I mean,
tonight is literally the first night I just realized, this time last week I was walking my dogs around my neighborhood, but I don't think I feel safe doing that anymore. So it's just really, really sad, to know that this is, kind of what it's come to right now here in my neighborhood in Minneapolis. So, yeah.
Well, we'll hope that we get this message out to everybody. Like I said, it's not going to be so cold that I'm sure Lola can survive the night. And then let's everybody out there, all the people that listen and watch this, let's find Lola tomorrow, either in South Minneapolis, Lake Street, Stinson and 35, Coon Rapids. Those are all 4 possibilities of where we know Lola could be because the car was there. So we're going to do everything we can. And call me and keep us posted if you get any updates or good leads.
I will.
Oh, you said there was another possible lead at 2nd and Dowling, North Minneapolis.
Yeah, at 2nd and Dowling, a woman had called me and let me know that she saw a dog that looked similar to Lola, earlier, but she didn't stop, but she wanted to let me know after she saw the story and everything. And we went and drove over there this evening and stuff. I didn't see anything, but who knows, she could still be somewhere in the area.
And we're go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I really appreciate like any of the help. My cell phone is available, my email is available. Like there's lots of ways to get a hold of me. If you have any information.
You want to put your cell phone out there right now? It's on the post
Sure,
right now.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's area code 312-810-3327.
312-810-3327, and the poster's also
That's
available
right.
online as well, so you can get a picture of what Lola looks like. We'll rally any forces that we can, and God bless you. Hope it works out tonight. Call us with any good news you hear.
I will, and God bless you all too. Thank you, Bob. I mean, I can't even say thank you enough. I greatly appreciate you so much.
No.
My family does. So thank you.
Well, let's find Lola and we'll celebrate together.
Okay, for sure. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a great night.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
All the information on Lola is on Bob's Facebook page, including a picture of the dog.
A lot of you said we should drive by some Christmas lights periodically. So
This Joe Schulte, a longtime St. Paul Police Reserve officer. This is he and his family's Christmas decorations. Pretty beautiful. Pretty expansive.
yeah, tell him to come back outside here. We were driving by and he
So
he's got music going too. We got to go listen to the music.
absolutely.
I don't know if we're a little bit behind or looks like our feed is. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's coming. There he is. Christmas lights do help break up the pandemic. I'll say that.
Yes, they do.
Where is he? Come over here. We're gonna turn the car around so we can get a little eye on Jesus there first.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no.
How you doing, Joe?
Good, you?
Thank
Good.
you. Boy, it's a lot of work, huh? Joe?
My buddy Craig.
Seem to be freezing a little bit.
Craig was a Ramsey County Reserve volunteer.
Oh, well, thank
Mr.
you.
Hooker.
Thank you for your
And
service.
we both were St. Paul Police Reserves.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Thank you both for your service.
How
Good
are
to see
you?
you, sir.
Thank
Good
you
to
for
see
your
you guys.
service.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, no, it
I've
looks
been
great.
harassing
This
you
is
for so long.
this is pretty outstanding.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. That's awesome. You got Jesus there in the manger.
Yeah.
You got Santa Claus there with his elves. You got Santa Claus on his airplane. You got Santa Claus number 3.
The runway.
The
See the runway.
Oh, you got a runway lit up there. Those flashing.
Better watch
right
out for the Dodge. You might
flashing
run
right
into
away.
it.
Is that the Grinch over there, or what is that? That green thing? That green?
That's
a tree.
Santa Claus in a tree. That's
Santa Claus in a
number
tree.
5. I
Santa
think.
5.
That plane in New Brighton on 35W could have used your runway.
There
He
you
could.
go.
Right? He could have.
I heard about that. I heard about that.
So is this guy gonna pretend he was helping you too, or what?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He just shows up at my house on Friday. to
How you
smoke
doing,
cigars.
sir?
How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
What's your name?
Reg.
Reg, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for cheering up
nice
the
to meet you.
neighborhood.
Likewise.
Represent the American Red Cross. Make sure you donate blood. I got to put that out
Are
there.
you a shill or what?
You know?
Well, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
Well,
We got to run to a call here with a
we
guy.
gotta go.
Harassing me for so long. Thank you.
All right, take
Thank
care,
you.
guys.
Great job. Thanks for doing this. We'll be by a couple other nights too.
See you guys.
Leave the cookies on the curb. So we got a call with a gun involved over here on the east side.
262, vehicle stop.
Oh, that was on the west side.
West side.
Yeah. Sydney and Woodbury. 2 vehicles pulled over talking to each other. One had a gun pointed at the other. Newer maroon Crown Victoria with Wisconsin plates.
You know where all gun cars on the west side go to, don't you? To the east side.
Okay, the one with the gun is an older rusty brown Crown Victoria with Minnesota plates.
382 traffic.
382.
Arcade and Wheelock, Minnesota 470 Lima Hotel.
Well, let's see if we can find Lola. I know
Copy and 262 vehicle to DOA.
the descriptions are out there. Turn your news on at 10 o'clock. If you can watch both us and the news, you'll see pictures of her all over the news.
I'm getting a message here about somebody.
Negative, they're anonymous. Refused phone number.
Somebody having found the dog. Hang on a second here.
Well, would be great if they did, but they got to call that number. If you think you've seen or found the dog, call that 312-810-3327. Because that's the owner we were just talking to, 312-810-3327.
Somebody says, Mike Youngers said from the comments, Makia Kennedy says, thanks guys, I'm taking her the dog now.
Well, let's pray that that's true.
Right. If we find out that's true, we will update you.
Yeah. Nothing worse than a bad joke, though, so we hope it's true.
Your mail is now at detox.
Makia, the number for the owner of the dog, Gina, correct?
Yep.
Was 312-810-3327. That's what happens when I go away from the comments for a minute.
Our moderator isn't sure that the person's genuine, but we can't judge, so we'll just see what happens.
The caller is no longer unseen, so it's unknown if the vehicles are still there, actually.
You know, the one other thing is we do have a lot of people that have friends in the criminal element that do watch us. It is possible that friends of the actual suspects might know where the dog was let off.
Right.
So if for some reason you know the suspects that were stealing that car was a white Buick Enclave, 2017 white Buick Enclave, no plates, new car, no plates on it. And if your friends have shown up with a white Buick Enclave, it's kind of like an SUV, right? Small SUV.
Yeah.
If they mention the dog, you'll know that something might be suspicious. Most people tell others what happened. That's how we solve most crime, to be honest with you.
And most people, even some who might commit the occasional crime, have a soft spot for dogs and cats.
Yeah.
And let's all team up together and let's get Gina her Lola back.
Yeah. How's it going? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I saw you're walking away from the car. You going to the bus stop or what?
Yeah.
All right, good luck. God bless. Somebody's got a bad cough over there. Whoa. So we are westbound on Maryland, to the heart of the east side. Then we're going to go up here and go south into what used to be called the lower east side. Used to be the lower east side and the upper east side. Both had great football programs. Upper east side football, lower east side football.
382, checking your status.
I got a cough too.
Yeah, Jesus, man. Worried about you.
There is contact is there for suspicious of 53 Humboldt Central. Caller believes that the person is inside of their garage with the car running and no one's answering the door. Had a car started.
That's not good. Yeah, like we said, a lot of depression. A lot of suicidal, especially winter. And our worst month for suicides always is January and early February.
Copy.
In terms of people
There's
being
downtown
depressed.
contact intercept 273.
Sometimes Christmas can be bad too, but people usually have enough connectivity during Christmas. Usually Christmas, of course, you get a share of domestics, but then as the colder weather, less sunlight sort of sets in.
It seems often on the holidays that early in the day, family members are getting along. But as the day progresses, sometimes they're not getting along so much.
Yeah, you mean as alcohol accrues. We are southbound on Earl Street. Southbound on Earl Street.
Hey, I'm out on patrol with the sheriff on Facebook. I can't talk to you right now. Bye.
So hey, if you haven't already, it's 5 to 10. If you haven't already shared this live stream with your friends, please do. Just give them a little reminder that we are on live. Our busiest hour is usually between 10 and 11 in terms of the number of people watching live, not necessarily in terms of the activity. But you know, I did get a genuine message today from some man living on the East Coast. And he said, you know, you think you could start at 9/11 East Coast time?
East Coast time?
East Coast time, because that would be 8/11 our time.
Okay.
Because otherwise it ends up going late, you know, for the East Coast people.
Right.
So maybe we should think about that. Starting at 9/11 East Coast time for all the people on the East Coast. I don't think that would affect Australia. I mean, much. So for those of you that are new, we do have 6 frequencies in Ramsey County, 3 in the city of St. Paul. Right now we're on the east side. That's on channel 3, and St. Paul's channel 3. And then there are there's a channel in the central part of the St. Paul that includes downtown, the west side, and then the north end of Rice Street. And then there's a channel over on the west sector that includes Como, Frogtown, Midway, Selbydale, McAllister Groveland, Highland Park. This guy doesn't... See, this is just proof that I do drive relatively slow. So, we're going to have a little chat with this guy. Echo Lima Kilo 001. Not so much that you couldn't pass, although there were 2 double yellow lines there, Pat. You'll have to...
Yep.
Double yellow lines, and you do need to signal your intention to pass. Because I was driving at really 25 miles an hour, reasonable speed.
Which is the speed limit.
Yeah, well, that's right there, 25. Yeah, they lowered this to 25. I do remember that.
Want me to just have chat with him
Yeah,
from here?
I'm gonna see if how much of a hurry he's in before we stop him. It's a Dodge Dart, Echo Lima Kilo 001. It doesn't take much to break the speeding limit in the 25-mile-an-hour zone, but more than that, it's just don't be in such a hurry that you just fly by. He's going our way, though.
Yes, he is.
So there he was, about 10 over. We're not intending to tag anybody for less than 10 over, but we are gonna figure out what is the big hurry. Yeah, now thankfully now they have actual administrative tickets so that we can issue tickets out.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. It's closed.
Have you sent in traffic?
You can do it.
303.
Hi, how you doing? Good. You know, I know it's hard to get used to the new speed limit, but it's 25. Okay?
Get to the store before it closed. Can you believe they closed at 2 minutes too? I hate when that happens.
I think they still might let you in.
Go try.
All right, and be really careful about passing with those double yellow lines, okay?
Yeah, you can't pass. You can't pass. That's your bad.
Can they still sneak in real quick?
They want.
Can they go in real quick, or you're done? Okay.
Oh, but here's the thing. I guess they're closed. Hey, Mr. Is it Martinez? Is that your name? What were you trying to get?
Black miles for $1. Everybody else sells them for like $5.
Little cigars?
Yeah.
What? You ever go into Rice and Penn over there at the store, Rice and Penn?
No.
They got a good tobacco store over there.
Yeah, there's a great tobacco store right by the Holiday at Rice in Pennsylvania.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
All right, well, sorry at least we didn't stop you from getting there. We waited till you got here, right?
All right. We probably would have made it.
All right, just be careful out there. Here we go. Got something going on. They just ran northbound.
373, if I can just get a couple cars to go about 3 blocks north of
Maryland and Bradley.
to cut this guy off just for the perimeter.
Okay.
County's going to serve north of Maryland, 3 blocks. 389, I'm on it. Copy.
Maryland, Bradley, Burr.
612, what's this guy wanted for again?
Clear.
Just right now, once I go through the, I haven't gone through the vehicle yet.
It's probably a stolen car. They fled from the vehicle on foot.
Okay. 614 and I will be en route. Let us know if you get into the car.
So you said they're north of Maryland on Bradley, but what was the exact location of the stop?
386 is a vehicle clear.
I believe it was Maryland and Bradley.
Okay.
Affirmative.
Clear. Just going through it right now.
The vehicle is
Okay, yeah. 372, can you give me the VIN back on that plate that I gave you?
This would be 1 Golf Yankee Delta Echo 63 Alpha 840118906.
Yeah, that's a different VIN, so check that just a second here.
So it's
Clear.
stolen. It's got a different VIN than the plates on it, so likely the plates are on a stolen car.
389 copy, have you in burn?
Well, the good news is they didn't flee in the car.
382 DeSoto and Cottage.
Copy, Soto Cottage.
67 Jesse and Brainer.
Lock 1 over the next copy.
Jesse and Brainer.
Copy.
361 DeSoto Brainer.
So the St. Paul squads are setting up a perimeter.
373, that mail out
Not
of
yet.
Brand,
Not yet. Clear.
eastbound northeast from Maryland and Burr, cut through the yards, and he never cut back west, so it's probably 100 dollars in that 2 block radius.
And it sounds like the vehicle
I
crashed.
know, pretty ran northeast through the yards. Maryland and Burr did not cut back west.
Clear.
372, I'm going to be on a 5 right in the vent.
Copy.
So, just to be clear, he's east of Burr, you think, or did not come back there?
3-3 wouldn't be Cottage and Jesse.
Sounds like he went northeast from
Copy.
Burr in Maryland.
Okay. So,
361 is relocated at Jesse in Maryland.
361 verifying you located the party Jesse in Maryland.
We've relocated our perimeter location, Jesse, Maryland.
Copy, I'll be at Jesse, Maryland at 2203.
So it may have started at Rose and Bradley.
Copy.
Clear.
turn here. Just get up.
Let's go again.
Alright,
Copy, and a message just sent to your screen.
so we're on Edgerton. Burr and Bradley are west of us, but they could have run into this area.
Six 12, can you send that again, please?
We're gonna go
Copy,
down
2204.
Brainerd here. Some people in front of us
Got it, thank you.
with a light on up there, but like they're just getting their cars. All right, so there's a perimeter set up here.
Clear. 373.
Go ahead.
See, the squads are great at establishing a perimeter, and it takes a lot to do that. But then you need
373.
some other squads that
373, go ahead.
drive through here and look and try to spot them.
Vehicles are stolen at a good hue, and I found a couple pay stubs for Jeremy, real last name, Romeo Echo Uniform Lima. I don't know if there's anybody that can check on that name for me.
Copy.
This would be a bad time for somebody to have their car outside running to warm up.
373 P109, last name.
One born in 90, one in 79, one in 75, one out of Cloquet, Hastings, and Red Wing.
Right at 91.
Throwing in your call.
Thanks.
Hey, you see some guys running?
No, I just got here.
You just got here? Okay, thank you.
602 send 373.
Copy, 2206.
Is that an alley there? No.
No, it's a steep driveway.
So let's just figure out where the crash was. Right there? Yeah. Down here is just the car that got stopped
Yeah,
there.
there it is.
Alright, so let's just pretend we're the thieves. So they run north across here up Burr, and then northeast, right?
Yep.
Okay. for any alleys or little ways to flee.
How you doing? See any guys running? No? Okay.
Maybe we should use the dogs to track them. Huh?
Are your dogs good trackers?
What kind of dogs you got?
Oh.
I wish I knew what they were. It sounds cool. If you see anybody hiding around here, call us.
Yeah, it's a stolen car they crashed. A lot of big backyards here.
So you got to think like a runner, you know. You want to run to open space. You don't want to get locked in, but you don't want to run in too open of a space, right?
Right.
Because you don't want to be seen.
If they do a track, my guess is they're going to come up in those, end up in one of those yards on our left.
Yeah, because he said they ran that way.
Yep.
Through the yards over there, and then this is Burr, and that backs up to Bradley.
A lot of places to hide it.
Yeah. Thing is, it's early enough now. A lot of people actually, hi guys, come out, are still out. You know. Here's the other thing about stolen cars nowadays. You're going to get a good look at the stolen car as we come up here on Maryland and Burr. They're probably going to try a track, although there's so many people outside now.
That makes it more difficult.
It'll be hard to do a track. The thing about a lot of car thieves today are running in pairs, where they got two cars.
Right.
They're using one car to steal another. It's kind of a new thing where they're always got another car, stolen car with them, and then they steal a second one and then they drop somebody. So it wouldn't be unusual for the second car that was with them to pick them up.
Oh my God, can you go to 4? 4.
So Burr, Bradley, and then Jesse. We're going to drive down Jesse now. Just hoping that they're hiding in a corner somewhere and we can get a better angle on them with our flashlights, and then they pop out.
I'm trying to get a glove out because my hand is cold. Getting a lot of messages that we're freezing a lot on both YouTube and Facebook.
That's interesting.
You know what? This is a bad dead spot for it.
Always?
Whenever we're around Arkwright in Maryland,
okay,
it's like a dead zone for the cell service.
Well, sorry about that. Well, we got to go where the crime is.
Yep. So, folks, sorry for the freezing issues. There's nothing we can do about it in this particular area.
We're not going to be here much longer, just because unless someone spots somebody or the canine gets out and gets a good track. This is pretty tough. The best luck is some citizen will call and say, hey, there's somebody hiding in my backyard. And a lot of open garages and stuff people can hide in. So I'd say it's a good likelihood that we'll go back to Edgerton now, but you know, those are pretty short blocks. Good likelihood he's in there somewhere. A lot of what the cops are doing is, the officers are doing is got their lights. See those bright lights we were looking at a minute ago? They're shining down the street in case anybody tries to break across the street, they can see them.
Right.
Whereas we're more trying to flush the person from the niches. So we're over in Edgerton now. There's squads all through the area there.
You might check your Wi-Fi settings on your phones.
Center squad is able to break and start towards the area, 724 7th Street East. Female caller saying that her ex-boyfriend is attempting to kill her. Gave the address of 720 Arcade, which is not a valid address. Female party began yelling and the line's disconnected. We're attempting callback.
Well, we should probably help out that, huh?
Yep.
Sounds like it's Arcade and 724.
373, I'm sorry, go again.
We're going to start the track.
DC.
373, I copy you, starting a track.
Oh, they are starting to track.
Oh, good.
Well, that's good. Problem is, we probably saw a dozen people out there on the sidewalk.
323, we can start for that call. You can hold on.
323, I copy. 2214. And 323, just to advise, it does look like we have an extensive history at that party. Address that she normally goes to is 10 East 4th Street, and also a history of PIC calls. Not getting enough response on callback.
Copy, thank you.
2214.
Well, it doesn't make too much sense, does it? So we're southbound on Payne from Maryland. We're going to try to head to that domestic where the woman said her boyfriend is trying to kill her or threatening to kill her. I'd love to stop that. I'd love to check out that Charger that just slunk by, but But just say, like I said, some people are telling us it's working fine. So for those that are having difficulty, besides shutting off their
maybe try
Wi-Fi,
shut off your Wi-Fi, go away from the page and come back and start it again. Those are a couple things that work for me.
Maybe the buffer becomes so overwhelming that it crashes.
Okay, this is interesting details came up on that.
Okay. Well, we're not even positive we got the right address.
Right.
Sounds like the dispatcher had some other potential addresses from that phone number. That's the thing about this job. Nothing is ever exactly as it appears. There's just too many holes in the information that comes to you.
Oftentimes.
You just 378 with a plate on that just in case. So somewhere in your Arcade and 7th, but the address is exactly not known. So we'll just go here and see if anybody's yelling.
That's 7, yeah. So that the Arcade address is definitely wrong.
I'll just check these addresses on 7th here. What's your flashlight here?
Yeah.
It's 809, so we'll check 720.
'81. And the 7th Street address has been confirmed, supposedly.
Here's the country.
Caller advised the address is going to be 720 East 7th, number 237.
Copy.
That might be the
2218.
These apartments there.
senior apartments. That's it.
I didn't know those were senior apartments. Pat, have you been checking them out or what?
You always got to keep your options open when you get to be my age. There's your squad.
361.
We're taking one in Presley, Maryland, and Jesse. If he has 370, you come up here and IT this guy.
Well, yeah, obviously he's been here before, so he's going to the main door, which is probably on the back side.
361, I cover the year at Maryland and Jesse, taking one as a custody. Go again with the rest.
Oh, he caught one at Maryland and Jesse.
Yep.
That's awesome.
St. Paul caught one of the auto
I'm not
thieves.
tracking with the K9 right now. Give me 1 second, I'll go there. What's he all fully wearing?
You're going to sit in front in case somebody bails out the door. Does that sound okay?
That sounds like a plan.
361, can we get a clothing description?
So we got a woman that called in this building saying her boyfriend is threatening to kill her. We're going to watch that door. Looks like our buffer's not quite as slow as it used to be, huh?
Yeah, getting a lot of comments that it's cleared up now.
361, clothing description.
What do you say?
Clothing description.
Squad 361.
361, we're code 4 here.
You guys,
Copy, 373 is looking for a clothing description.
He's wearing a black hooded sweatshirt with white design on his sleeves, black pants and black shoes. He's probably like 5'6". Yeah, that's most likely him. Just give me a second to come by you. Copy that.
So, if anybody leaves that building from the front or the side here, we'll be able to see it. I gotta give a little crime summary here as long as we're here. We're not moving.
Squad 323.
323.
We're out with the comp. She's being uncooperative and refusing services.
Oh, so the comp is refusing.
323, I copy here with the comp. Uncooperative, refusing services. 2222.
So on our website, you know, we somebody just walked out there, Pat. Let's just see if this is See if there's a conflict here. We'll do a little verbal check there, will you? Hello?
Hi.
Huh?
What's it?
Don't get too close.
Give me a ride.
We can't give you a ride.
Can't give you a ride.
We can't give you a ride. Sorry. Where are you coming from?
That Neo house. I should just.
Yeah, put your mask on. There you go.
I should just left it alone. Just left the shit alone.
Were you in here arguing?
You stopped.
Were you
that was my ex-man, right?
Yeah. Back up a little bit, okay?
Yeah, would you please? Would you please back
up a little
There's
bit.
a lot of COVID out. Could you back up, please?
You can't hang in the window.
Could you just step back a couple feet?
Yeah, we hear you, but back up a little bit. What's your first name? What's your first name?
Chantel, I feel leave it alone.
Okay.
Because I don't want no problem.
Yeah, were you arguing with somebody in here?
No, that was my ex-man.
Your ex-man? He was arguing with you? He called the police?
No, I did.
You called the police?
Yeah.
Did you talk to Chantel?
I don't want no problem.
That's right. Did you talk to the two officers in there, Chantel?
No, I don't want no problem.
But did you talk to them?
No, I don't want no problem. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay.
Because I want my kids safe.
All right.
Just leave it alone.
All right. You were just arguing with your ex-boyfriend.
No. I don't want no problems with her.
Okay, go ahead. You go ahead and keep walking. Thank you. Thank you. So obviously that was the complainant on this call. And in the notes it did say the complainant was drunk.
And I would say that that assessment sounds pretty accurate.
I don't know if the officers talked to that part of the domestic or just the other part. But we didn't get to see the other part walk out the front. They're going to infect you with COVID though, Pat.
Yeah.
You're leaning in your door.
Okay, that female who was posting that she had found Gina's dog, Lola, she posted that the dog is back with the owner now. I think we should.
You just add all three just via
She'd call me if it was
location
true.
with the
Yeah, I think so too.
I think Gina would call if it was true.
Copy 2225.
I'm sure we would be able to see that on Facebook somewhere. All right, well, let's head into downtown St. Paul. The squad cleared this case saying the complainant was uncooperative, so services were not required. A lot of times you hear the squad say SNR, that means service is not required. GOA means gone on arrival. Assisted means they were assisted. Advised means they advised. If it's a serious call, there'll be a report made. If there's a report made and there's arrest, they'll say a report made with an arrest. What other call signs do you, things that we should make sure our listeners are...
Did you mention GOA?
Yeah, I did. 1023, okay. Of course, means you're arrived. Most people just say arrived, but 1023 is the official code.
Code 4, that means everything is under control at the scene, at the call, at the situation.
10-8 means you're back in service. We're coming in on the east side of St. Paul off of East 7th Street. You're looking at our downtown skyline. We are the sister city of Minneapolis. Across the river, the Mississippi River divides the two cities for the most part. Not a precise boundary, but technically the boundary. I'm going to put my radio on 2 if you can throw yours on 1.
Okay. So very not cool that that woman who kept posting on the page that she had found.
2 and 3. They said they didn't see officers, so they drove around the block. But now they're back in the parking lot.
Not true, apparently.
Not true.
2227.
327 to copy on North 1750 at Brownton Road. Caller advised we had a vehicle pulled into neighbor's driveway, parked, and then left. We have no direction of travel. Vehicle is described as a white sedan, possibly Cadillac at 3227.
Oh, I got it on the scan, that's why. There we go.
So on our website, Ramsey County Sheriff's Office website, we are posting every Friday. We're posting notable crimes that have occurred in Ramsey County. So take a look at it. Well, later on we'll try to go over some of them when we're stationary. We are home of the Minnesota Wild hockey team. And the Saints, St. Paul Saints baseball team, which just got upgraded to be a AAA feeder team for the Minnesota Twins. That's pretty exciting. Now you'll be watching Twins minor league professional baseball. It's about as cool. We got a beautiful stadium there for the St. Paul Saints. The Minnesota Wild came here with efforts of then Mayor Norm Coleman and Senator Randy Kelly, working to bring the Xcel Energy Center here. Just an awesome venue for professional hockey. And of course our state high school tournament is here as well.
Sorry, I'm going to be silent here probably for a little bit.
Yeah, you've been very silent. I'm not sure what you're doing.
I got to catch up on some messages here.
You're reading a book or what?
Pretty much feels like it. Oh, Colleen Logan, one of our friend of mine and regular backseater with us.
Yep.
Was going to get us some Twinkies for Christmas, but instead she's donating a bus card and 2 pairs of insulated socks and a gift card
373
to a young homeless man who's living out of his car.
Well, thank you.
Squad 164.
Just so you know, the fraudulent person that claimed she had the dog, we've blocked her now. We didn't want to block her too soon in case it was true, but of course,
373, did you want us to continue with the perimeter?
we hate when people take advantage of other people's
And then if you can bring it down.
situation.
One has got the front, got this with me. We can just get a ball right there. Just check if it's got something to crush.
There's all sorts of human beings. Some are kind, some are not. And when you have 10,000 of them on
any perimeter squads can clear
monitoring, 10,000 monitoring at one time, which in this case we do, you're always going to get some people that are getting a lump of coal in their stocking for Christmas.
Very true.
Now, thankfully, the weather isn't too cold for Lola, and that's also thankful it's not too cold for the 350 homeless people in St. Paul that are out every night. And the county is trying to provide facilities at both Bethesda, Hayward Island, and Duluth in case for people that want to come out, but I don't know the progress that's been made there.
373 going to 4.
But if you have extra coats, blankets, hand warmers, etc., and you want to drop them off in a safe way, you can come down to Kellogg, across from the Intercontinental, and relatively safely just pull up and drop stuff off. There are other organizations that can help you with that, but I know a lot of people ask us, "Oh, I've got stuff, where should I drop it?" And probably the most well-lit, frequently traveled area is right there in Kellogg Park, right?
Oh, very much so.
We are in downtown St. Paul.
And the text phone number again is 651-448-3810.
Well, if you're going to put that out again, then there you go. There you
People
go, Big
were
Sugar.
asking.
You
I
gotta
know.
answer. You gotta answer.
I got you.
I feel very guilty we're not able to get back to everybody.
But please understand, it's impossible.
This is on our left here is Ramsey County City Hall. Here's some kids. Over there? What do you got over there? Well, I'm gonna drive over to Harriet Island.
Yeah.
And see if he's got his homeless guy's got a speaker system walking around just to.
Burn Brainerd, 192, November Yankee November.
Butch in Miami. He's retired Miami-Dade PD. Is with us. Thank you for your service.
By the way, just before we get to the homeless encampment here, some of you did see the story. I think I even posted it on my page about some of the county commissioners wanting to have listening sessions to see if the people of Ramsey County are happy with the sheriff's office services. We are not going to discuss that at length. Feel free to read that up. But tomorrow we will post an email that you can call or email your opinion about our services. You know, we're confident that we have great community outreach in amongst the 500 members of the sheriff's office. But you know, we always welcome that review if people are concerned. But just so you know, the underlying motive here is some of the commissioners want to make the sheriff's office appointed. And don't really think the public will agree with that, but some of you read that story, and rest assured we'll let you know where you can send your emails tomorrow if you want to have some input. So we're down by Kellogg Park, and
373.
Some people come down here on a regular basis to try to help the homeless.
You at 493 Maryland.
Well, they got a good fire going there.
Yeah, they do.
There's a good fire going. We've dropped some food in several times. We've dropped food and hand warmers and clothing. We're going to make another run here soon. We got one of our staff, Amber, works on little bags.
Rough roll, taking another car routine.
A lot of people suffering. That's a good looking fire.
Yeah, it is.
You know, maybe they need some more wood. How's it going?
Hello.
How are you? Hey, do you need any more wood?
Do you guys need more wood?
We can get some wood over at Holiday. We can drop some more wood off.
We're going to bring some wood by.
How's everything else? I haven't seen you for a while. Well, the weather hasn't turned terrible yet, but still cold, huh? All right, well, what else you guys need? You still need water? Let's see if we can grab some water and some wood. Hey, one more thing. You know they're trying to get a place for you guys to go if you want to go over at Harriet Island, right? Have you heard about that? They're trying to... Yeah, where are your kids?
Well, right now, they with their grandma.
Squad 128, copy. You're out to the suspicious at 864-7.
Her mama died?
Oh, I'm very sorry.
No description at the time.
So what's your plan?
Two people sitting in the backyard and then walked in the back lot towards Chipotle.
Yeah. So you're willing to have some housing with your kids? That's good. Have you talked to any of the counselors from the county?
Yeah, we got in the place. And then,
373, you guys
the neighbor was smoking weed, and you know what I'm saying? When we smoked a cigarette or two up in there, we kept it real, but they didn't smoke no weed, but we also didn't tell either.
They kicked you out?
Yeah, they kicked us out.
That's not good. Sorry about that. So how old are your children?
6 and 13.
6 and 13. What's your first name again?
Octavius.
Octavius. All right, we'll get you some wood, Artavius. Water. What else do you need?
Then we got some Starburst that we do.
Starburst?
Yeah.
All right, if that brings a smile on your face, we'll get you Starburst. All right,
Starburst.
See you in a little bit. So obviously this encampment, since some of you have seen this earlier, has grown as the need has grown. How's it going, partners?
Hi, folks.
What's going on?
Hello. Need some more light in there?
You good?
This one's really bright. That help?
You gonna let me out of that?
Ah, can't do that.
You can just tip it. Just because of COVID, we don't try to hand stuff off too often.
Right. And folks, we do not answer the text phone. Please don't call it. Just text it, and if we can, we will respond.
Well, one thing about a fire is even if you're homeless or whatever your situation in a camp, a fire makes you feel like there's some warmth there, you know? And there is some warmth. It just gives you a sense of place. I was in scouting my whole life, you know. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
I was in scouting. I was a Cub Scout, of course, and then as a Boy Scout. And let me tell you my first Boy Scout story. So I'm 11 years old, and we're going to Fred C. Anderson Camp on the St. Croix River.
Okay.
All right. This is 1966. We're talking. It's a little more regimented then. So, Forey Schmid is the scoutmaster, Troop 193 from the Moose Lodge in Maplewood. Forey Schmid was a great guy, sort of military in mindset. Was the mayor of Maplewood. Forrest Schmid, and so we go to the campsite, and all the new kids, it's all based upon rank at that point, 66. The new kids have to cook everything, okay? So we have to cook the potatoes, boil them in water. You got a little canteen, you got your little kit, and so we're cooking away. We're cooking potatoes. We got to make the whole meal for everything. That's part of working on our tenderfoot, which I don't think it really was, but that's what they made us do. So we cook everything, and then after we cook it, we got to clean all the pots and pans.
Oh, of course.
That's our job. Well, this is my first campsite, age 11. No one told me that to keep the pans from turning black, you're supposed to rub soap on them. All right?
Okay.
Soap helps the carbon not collect on the pans. And so, because I did not do that, the pans were just blacker than black. Okay, now you got to scrape them with a Brillo pad until you get them clean.
Oh, geez.
All right. So that was my first campsite. But what I remember about that is even though Scoutmaster Forey Schmid was very regimented, he felt so bad for us 2 or 3 tenderfoots that were scraping the pans that after a while he came over and helped us. Okay. But here's the moral of the story. So when I first started out as a young tenderfoot at age 11, the young guys did everything. And then through the late 60s and early 70s, scouting went through a metamorphosis where it was teamwork.
Okay.
So by the time, in 1972, by the time I was the senior patrol leader, I was still scrubbing the pans.
That's not right. You're supposed to be able to work your way past that.
Yeah, I know. So that's what we learned. We learned that we gotta scrub the pans anyhow. So that was just a change. You see any wood out here at all?
I don't know if maybe they have it inside.
I don't think so. They usually have it outside. We're gonna have to find it someplace else. So that's that. That's my first campsite. Fred C. Anderson, 11 years old. These scouting stories get better, okay? Because I'm a big advocate of scouting, assuming you have leaders with integrity, which is all about the right leadership. But I was fortunate we didn't have any leaders that were, taking advantage of children. But so that's a winter camp in the fall of '66. So then the next year we go to summer camp, Tomahawk Summer Camp in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. It's where almost everybody goes. And I'm 11 years old. Actually, Fred C. Anderson was in spring when I was 11, and then summer camp was 2 months later. So we go there, and I don't know how to swim. I'm 11 years old. I've taken swimming lessons at the YMCA on the old East Side, where I mentioned where they give you lessons without suits on. But I don't know how to swim, really. And so I'm embarrassed that I don't know how to swim. But I can swim a little bit when I have a mask on. So in my duffel bag, I hide a mask for swimming lessons. And it breaks when I get there, because a duffel bag is a duffel bag. It's not a suitcase.
Right.
So now I have no mask to wear. And we're all going down for the swim check. And of course, I'm like a beginner in the swimming. And we're doing things like pushing oranges with our nose, etc. That's what we're doing. But I will tell you,
remember that.
Yeah, with orange push for races. But I will tell you that in the next 4 years, just because of scouting, I ended up getting my life-saving badge by the time I was 15, and got a job as a lifeguard. And up at scout camp, they asked me quite often to help assist in lifeguarding and even recovery of downed swimmers, etc. But it was all because swimming taught me that skill set.
Right.
And so here's the best. People ask me in my entire life, what's your greatest accomplishment? Okay. My greatest accomplishment was winning. Well, let me describe this for you. At the end of every week of summer camp, there'd be a series of relays, and it was called the Water Carnival, right?
Right.
And so the last activity of the Water Carnival was each troop would send 2 guys to the greased watermelon contest.
Huh.
All right. And the greased watermelon contest is they put you in the middle of the lake between the 2 docks, and they would throw a greased watermelon in there, and you had to fight to get the watermelon on the deck. No rules.
That I never did.
No rules. And I just want to say 3 years in a row, 15, 16, 17, I won the greased watermelon contest at Tomahawk's camp.
Now that is an accomplishment.
There is the highlight right there. A lot of them were battles, man. They battles, and if you didn't get it all the way up, if they threw it back in the middle, you just start over. Anyhow, the point is, scouting developed a lot of skill sets for me in my life, and it all started with the orange push.
There you go. I'm gonna put this on too.
Yeah.
And I'll leave mine on 1.
Want this one on 3 then?
Sure.
Yeah, there were several calls on the west side. We're on the west side of St. Paul, which is technically south of the river. Listing for calls. We had a couple calls involving gunplay here earlier, but we don't hear any now. This is Annapolis. This is the border of the city of St. Paul and the city of West St. Paul, which is actually south of St. Paul. And if we go further east from West St. Paul, we run into the actual city of South St. Paul.
Funny geography. And they are, both South St. Paul and West St. Paul are in the adjoining county south of us, Dakota County.
123. Thomas Dell with Minnesota 447, X-ray Juliet Echo. Happy Thomas from Dale, 2247. 110. Clear me advised. Just around the corner from us.
Yeah, we're gonna go over to the. We think there's a better likelihood of having some wood at the Speedway down here on Robert Street than there was at the Holiday.
Oh, I'll bet.
So we're gonna run down Robert Street Speedway here and see if we can grab some wood.
Bravo 514, code 4.
Oh yeah, one of the viewers sent me the Scout Oath, but I can't really read it, but just because we're driving, but I saw it flash up on the face of the screen there, but
128. 128. This is DOA. We can go check on Bravo 514 if we need. 128. I appreciate that. I copy. He's on channel 5.
Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to spin too many plates at once. I can't imagine how many you're spinning all the time.
Yeah, but I think you got too many phones going at once over there.
Well, I've got mine.
Yeah.
I got yours on the dash.
You got the text.
I got the text phone.
568 UNC.
You must be getting a lot of messages over there. I don't know.
568. Have a good night.
You say hi to this West St. Paul officer.
Squad 115. You can cancel for the comp. Music's turned down.
So we are on Robert Street in the city of West St. Paul. We're hoping the Holiday gas station here has some wood.
I'm going to log you on.
Bravo 514, you back on 1.
The Speedway, yep. So let's see what we got here. I don't know. It isn't looking that good, is it?
No. Why don't I grab him a couple Starbursts just right now, just in case we don't run into any wood?
You got enough money, I can use my card. We can grab him some water, too.
283.
Okay.
What 283?
I'm going to back up and park in here so we can at least have a view of the lot while we're here.
455. 257. 455.
Are they going to have cases of water here, you think?
Yeah, I think they'll have a couple there. You know,
This one is 250.
grab what you can. You good?
Yep.
Starburst, his favorite. That's good.
I'm going to get a few of them.
Yeah. Geez, we got a text from somebody that says they're not too far from us, that we're willing to donate some free wood. So we might come over and take you up on that if we can't find any here. Hello. Yeah. Good, how are you, sir?
Bravo 514 transport.
Well, that's nice.
Bravo 514. Adult female from 875 South Cleveland up to University.
Hang on, Whitey, I gotta turn some of these down. Go ahead, what were you saying? Hey, Whitey, I gotta take this call, but we'll be over. Where are you gonna be at? Huh? Where are you gonna be at? Oh, you're coming this way? Okay. About 5 calls coming in at once. Yes, sir. Hello? Oh, where'd you get them? But they're from a store or something? All right, we'll hook up with them at some point. I got somebody else says they got some here too. So, but thank you. I'll hook up with them. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, I do. Thank you. Got a lot of people volunteering wood, which is... What's going on? Uh-oh. Hi. How are you guys? Good, thanks. Congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's exciting, huh?
Yeah.
How's he treating you so far?
Oh, he treats me good.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Come on back here. What's that? Let's throw the water in here. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, yeah. That water would be great.
He's trying to get some wood and stuff.
Yeah, he's in there trying to get some starburst, but we got a couple people volunteering wood now, so we're gonna drive down the street here. Someone's not too far away, right down in Annapolis. That's nice of them, huh?
Yeah. Well, we're coming through with the Walmart.
Let me go over and say hi to her. I won't get too close, but great to see you guys again.
Yeah, we were coming from Walmart. And I got the notification. We watched it before we got there. Put on my little thing on the dashboard there, but you were up on Maryland. Right there?
Yeah, we were over there for a while.
I know where he's at. Then I went up there and I went to SA up to North St. Paul Road there. Well, here I had it rewound, so it wasn't live.
Oh, you weren't watching the live.
I'm following a ghost.
A 15-second delay is bad enough, but you had a 15-minute one, huh?
Probably.
Goofballs.
I said, come on, let's go buy a case. You saw you up in the Kellogg Park there, but let's go buy a case of water.
Thank you. Thank you very much, you guys. Appreciate it.
You got somebody's house you're going to get wood at?
Pardon me?
You got somebody's house you're going to get wood at?
Yeah, somebody texted us. They live over in Annapolis.
Oh, all right.
Hopefully we're not getting ambushed.
How you doing? Good, how are you?
Good. Hey, he brought us a case too.
Oh, Michael.
Awesome. Thank you, you guys.
All right, guys, you guys be safe out here. We're going to go home and watch on the TV now.
All right. Yeah.
Have a good night.
Have a pizza. Eat a pizza. Thanks for the Twinkies, you guys. Thank you. Perfect timing too.
Oh, you got Twinkies?
And Pat didn't get me any.
Are they regular or chocolate? Wow. Bob got me hooked on them.
We didn't know there was such a thing.
I never heard of such a thing.
I didn't either. I heard him say that Twinkies are better than Swiss rolls. I said, no. I haven't texted. He said, no.
Oh, they are.
We love our Swiss rolls.
Have a good night, you guys. Thank you.
Copy your amount to 310 West Fletcher Street, caller requesting physical officer referencing 17-year-old sister that hit their 2-year-old sibling. Everybody in the Liquor Barrel parking lot on Black SUV at 20.
No rush, thank you. All right.
Our advisors, there was a juvenile that was crossing the street on their own, kind of late in about 5 minutes.
We got a couple people offering to donate wood, that they have wood.
Oh, that's cool. On here?
I'm not sure where they are.
329 South, checking
You're the tactical computer guy here.
Oh, I was just wondering how you found that out.
Well, fortunately, I did it the old-fashioned way. I got a phone call. But somebody did text it here too.
Bravo 842.
But as you can see, there's 20 texts. 20 texts in the last 2 minutes. In fact, there is 40 texts in the last 3 minutes.
I'll find the one with wood.
That's some Minnesota nice out there, huh? Look at all the people offering to help. That is some Minnesota nice. I don't know if that happened in a lot of other places, so we're proud of our state here. Jeez, Dave Colonel's got a bunch in his. I don't know. We can't build too big of a fire. So.
All right. What do you think about that one?
Well, I've got 2 people with wood over here on the west side.
Oh, okay.
I think we're good, although I'd love to take everybody's help. But we just had 2 people that knew we were over here on the west side offering to give us wood. So one of them is going to meet us at Annapolis and Robert.
Awesome.
And the other one lives over in Wyoming. So thank you to everybody who's offered to help.
And you have that other? Oh, okay. There you go.
It might have been on there too. I don't know. You got the Starburst?
Oh yeah.
The vehicle he was running. The cars
Counting on the back door to the house, black male, black cat, gray spider.
Silver color SUV.
No longer there at the door.
After we bring that over, I want to go down to Harriet Island to see if that new shelter is open yet. I think it's supposed to be.
Which one?
The Harriet Island, the new shelter that's
supposed
to be open.
Insurance comes through 1177 Clarence.
Copy.
Hey, if you there's so many people offering wood. To be honest, we don't have your names on that phone, so we need addresses, specific addresses of where it might be.
Thanks, Neil. Copy, 2300.
But the one person I did talk to on the phone, I know they're coming here with 2 bundles from a holiday store. And I just want to say that I'm not going to give him up, but it is a St. Paul police officer. One of the St. Paul Police Department's officers who's off duty, happened to be watching, and he said he was at a holiday station while he was, he must have been watching while he was in the car, or I'm not sure, but he offered to bring some wood.
That's very cool.
Yep. And we will keep his identity concealed unless he chooses to let us know. Well, we can certainly talk to him without revealing his identity.
Absolutely.
Thank you, officer.
Hey.
I'm not sure if your calls are related, but I'm sure that Victoria Street is referring to.
Oh, you are the man.
You don't want your name revealed, then? Well, that's Minnesota kindness for you. Secret Santa. Secret Santa.
You guys be safe tonight.
All right.
Indeed.
Let you go
Take care.
first, so you don't get
Well, that's Secret Officer Santa.
Secret Santa.
You want to? I don't know what you want to do
We can't take anything of value. We're beyond a Twinkie. We do have some people that would like to give us things that have substantive value, and we really can't take anything of value. We appreciate the offers. Things that we can give away, to other people, boxes of Twinkies and stuff that we can give away to homeless. that works good. But anything of value, I mean, some people have offered some really nice things, but number one, we don't deserve it. But number two, you know, we're out here to serve, not accumulate anything of value. So thank you for your offers.
Bravo 646.
We might at some point let you know who some of the young children we work with that could use a little pick me up, and if you want to give something to kids that we work with, that'd be great. But outside of a Twinkie here and there, Pat and I really
can't. We really can't. We really appreciate the offers, but Twinkie and an occasional Mountain Dew is about as much as we can possibly do. But thank you very much.
Mileage is 54.5.
So we got one other person right over here that offered to give us a little more wood. I think we got enough with what we got back there. But
oh, there's some decorations. Holy smokes. It's beautiful.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
We got to give these folks some props.
Over here on the west side of Wyoming. All right. So, in the alley, there's supposed to be some wood here. Right behind this house here.
Okay.
Since Secret Santa from the St. Paul Police Department donated all that, we don't need much. We'll swing by. Hopefully.
That's kind of a surprise alley.
Oh, there's some wood right there.
Oh, there
all
we go.
right. One of our employees from the sheriff's office, Sarah. Thank you very much for getting some wood out there for us. Yeah, that's good for right now. Oh, don't hit
Bravo 458.
Right there.
You guys come back anytime.
458.
Just verify your code 4.
So it's their game.
Yeah, perfect. I'm inside the store.
Copy 2306.
Thank you very much. This is awesome. Thank you very much, Sarah. Sarah works with our youth program with our kids. Does an awesome job. And working a lot with the Corinne community right now. And you want to say anything about the kids that you're working with?
So I've been working with the youth program for well over about a year now, and this has changed my life. These kids that are new to America and things that they have had to overcome, it's just been awesome. And being that Bob has taken me on this role, it's just been awesome to be a part of this program.
I knew she lived over here, but I didn't know.
Yeah. Help team. Yeah. So no, I was just laying down, and all of a sudden I was like, I see you guys on my side. So I'm like, all right.
Thank you.
My favorite tree in the back fell down, and so we had just recently had it cut up. So I was like, you know what, we just gotta go. We're never gonna use it. So it's here for you guys to come back anytime you want.
Thank you.
You have to call and. So, all right, you guys have a good night.
Thanks a lot, Sarah. Adam, good to see you again.
Finally meet you, Sarah.
Thanks for loading it up. Appreciate you loading it up. Did I close the back?
Yeah.
See ya. Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you all for the offers of wood. We are pretty much well stocked up right now. But thank you for the offers.
At least as much as we can get in this SUV. All right. Yeah, we had a shots fired call. I wasn't sure where Sarah lived. I know she was over here, but we had a shots fired call right in her neighborhood here a couple weeks ago that we ran in on. It was actually down at the cemetery down there. And turns out it was right at the graveside of a young man that had been shot and killed over here on Annapolis.
Okay.
Little celebratory. Sarah, you know, is such a wonderful person. We hired her when I was here the first time around, and she helped us go out and educate the community about the dangers of meth. Now she's helping us work with children. She was on our help team delivering food to the homeless as well, and just done a lot of good community-based work. She's one of our community outreach people that have touched so many different lives. So her brother Adam was there with him. Just a wonderful guy.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Sarah and I had been Facebook friends for a while. I just met her today for the first time earlier today.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. And I know Amber, one of Sarah's partners in helping the homeless, has been monitoring us. And Amber, feel free to call if you want to talk about what's happening with the county's homeless initiatives. You know, as a little kid, I used to ride a bike on this road here. State Street turns into Oakdale up there. This is Oakdale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Oakdale. As long as we're going down, and it brings back the memory. So I lived in Maplewood, and I was 15 years old, didn't have a car, but I went to church camp and I met these kids from South St. Paul. Okay, mostly they were girls. I'll give you that. Mostly they were girls.
Being a normal 15-year-old.
And one of them worked at the swimming pool in South St. Paul down there.
You could dip it into 110 call.
And so now you're a 15-year-old without a car. You live in Maplewood, and the girl that you met at church camp works in South St. Paul. So of course you have to bike over there. That's quite a.
That's quite a bike ride.
You're talking about 1970 biking from essentially Keller Golf Course over to South St. Paul. Of course, my dad was a big map guy, so he'd always make me learn from the map, you know, plot out your plan, where you're going. Obviously, there were no GPS, it was all maps. So I remember I made my way, I'm not even sure how I got across the river, to be honest with you. So, I made my way Hi! It is, how are you?
Fletcher!
How's it going? Oh my goodness, well that's good. That's Pat right there with me. Hey, is this your friend driving? Is that that's Pat.
How you doing?
Is this your friend driving?
Bravo 514.
Does she always drive without her lights on?
Clear this assistant, I'll be back at off duty.
No problem. We're just trying to help you out. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
God bless. You bet. Anyway, so I remember driving I must have taken the Robert Street Bridge, you know, and then over Oakdale and down into South St. Paul. Did that a few times, but that's a long bike ride.
I don't think I ever went on that long a bike ride as a kid.
It's not technically as long as it seems, but for a 15-year-old navigating through 4 different cities.
That's quite an accomplishment too. That's almost up there with pushing the orange.
Well, that orange, that was an embarrassing, you know, if you go back to your embarrassing points. But the point is, if you are a beginner with an orange push contest, you can be a lifeguard in 4 years, you know. Don't have to keep pushing the orange. And if anybody out there has been to Tomahawk Boy Scout Camp, just so you know, the campsite we were at was Mohican. The campsite's broken into Sioux and Chippewa, and at the very end of the Sioux Peninsula is Mohican. And we always stayed in the Mohican campsite, and then the next one next to us was Paiute. So, but if you've been there to Tomahawk, let us know what campsite you stayed at. And if you were in the Chippewa campsite, you never had it as rough because you got your food brought to you in heater stacks. Us in the Sioux campsite, we had to cook our own food. Which, by the way, I was there in 1966 when the tornadoes ripped through Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
Several trees in our campsite fell. Thankfully, none of them fell on us.
Thank goodness.
But we had some really bad tornadoes through northern Minnesota and through Rice Lake. But if there's any former Tomahawk campers, tell me what campsites you stayed at.
$110. GOA 115.
I did, like I said, I did eventually get my Eagle Scout, you know, a month before I turned 18. But I still remember the grease watermelon contests. Far better than the Eagle Scout award.
112.
I can't even imagine getting a greased watermelon out of the water.
Yeah, you got to go down to the bottom, take it down low, try to go under people, you know, avoid them. You got to hold your breath. I can hold my breath for at least 90 seconds, probably 2 minutes right now, even today.
Right now?
Yeah.
That's
at least
pretty
90,
impressive.
maybe 2 minutes. But the key then, when I was younger, probably 2 minutes all the time. But the key is to go under everybody else's feet, find your way to the dock, and then push off and throw the thing up on the dock.
You know that when I get home tonight, I'm going to have to hold my breath and time it.
1224, 278.
All right, we got the water, we got the
Starburst.
And
we got the wood.
435 Dorothy Day Place, apartment 301 on higher ground. Unassault, another resident hit the comp in the arm, leaving a bruise.
Is the fire out?
Suspect is currently in apartment 307.
I don't see the fire.
Suspect is a Tracy Guilford Administration.
Well, I don't know. Where's the fire go?
224 counties.
Oh, there it is right there.
78 copy.
Where's our buddy?
2315.
Our Starburst buddy.
110. 110.
Artavius around?
With transit, Lex and Sherburne. Copy, Lex and Sherburne. 2315. 525. 525.
So we got some other people here that are trying to help. They brought some stuff down too.
I can advise. Yeah, 4278.
Artavius! Artavius! Artavius, we got your Starburst. Hi guys.
It's 1224 278.
Oh great, for the people here?
Yeah, they am.
I put it right on that bench there, if you don't mind. Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you very much. It's a good spot. There's Arcadia. There it is. And God bless y'all. God bless you as well. What do y'all got to see the red? You know, it's better flashlight than today's red, bro.
somebody can help you with some wood?
Let's just take those. Yeah. How about if I give them the other water, Octavia? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Hey, you guys need water?
You guys need help getting stuff out?
You don't mind?
Yeah.
Hey, you grab the wood here.
Yep.
The loose wood. Thank you. Just haul it over there.
Oh, sure.
Wherever their wood pile is.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna haul some more wood over here for you guys too, okay? Make sure you don't burn the trees down.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Artemis, there's a couple
Thank
of
you.
If you want to grab any. Thank you.
That's it.
There you have it.
Hey, appreciate it. I'm Pat.
Thank you.
Brian, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
It's about time.
What's your name, sir?
Brian.
All right, yeah, I know.
Yep.
Were you watching us? You get down? You just have a
Yep.
Cool.
You
Yeah.
work for the fire department or?
I'm their photographer.
You are?
Yep.
Who was the guy that used to be there 20 years ago? He was a friend of mine.
Oh, Red.
He was their photographer for years.
Red,
No, well, you know, Paul Barrett.
Yeah, Paul there.
Before that,
it was Red something.
Thank you for what you're doing.
yeah, no, you bet. Thank you
Hey,
guys.
appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Bob, can we get a picture?
Sure, of course.
I don't.
Yeah, let me get here. I'll take it.
Let me get a mask on so
Yeah.
we're going to violate our
Well, pretty much.
social media. I see you stopped down to help out.
I tried to find wood.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
I couldn't find it.
Us old guys, yeah.
I went I went to the M&H on the east side.
Yeah. Where's your home at?
I'm actually in Hugo.
Hugo? Well, it's nice of you to help out.
Yeah, just out and about tonight.
So we got the St. Paul Fire Department official photographer. He's out and about, so he came down to help us with the wood, haul the wood. So Ryan, thank you very much.
Really appreciate
God
it.
bless you. God bless you too.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
Ryan.
Thank you. Nice man.
Yeah, that
Nice
was
man.
very, very cool.
A lot of people wanted to help here tonight. That was great. We're gonna drive over to the west side over there at Harriet Island and see if that shelter is ready yet. If anybody's
Sounds
staying
good.
there. If anybody's staying there. Artavis had all smiles when you brought him those
Oh, yeah, you like that.
Starburst.
God bless, guys.
Thanks again, Ryan. So let's go over there, and while we're checking on that, we might run into some street racers over there at Harriet Island too, huh?
Yeah. I think they were down at the Comcast building.
Well, we are listing for calls, but like we suspected, since everything's closed down. There's less activity tonight than a typical weekend. There's really, part of it, there's less people to victimize and less conflicts between people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we didn't hear from my buddy tonight over there.
I don't think we ever got down there.
Oh yeah, we weren't down there
Close
quite far enough.
110 traffic. 110. Minnehaha and Dale. Charlie Tango Whiskey 511.
7th on a man down.
Copy traffic, Minnehaha, Dale. 2323.
324 en route. 324. Yeah, copy. It looks like we're getting another call for 798 7th Street East.
23.
Mariana Restaurant. Caller advising a male party was jumped by 2 other parties and is laying in the middle of the street.
I missed that location.
798 7th
312 is advised, and I'll go with.
Party jumped by 2 other parties.
Clear right.
Laying in the street.
323 will be out with the mail. Copy, and right to 351 St. Clair Avenue.
Sounds like they might be out with the party that was jumped, but in case there's some suspects in the area.
614, was that last call?
Clear.
It's right by where we were.
Came in as a man down at 7th and Arcade. Looks like we have a medical person of an assault that occurred at 798 East 7th Street, possibly related.
Yeah.
2324.
Whoa. Clear.
Yeah, he just made it.
Yeah.
Time 11:24.
123, 112, copy both en route to the disturbance at 1688 Sherburne Avenue.
323, we're clear for medics. Assault male, conscious breathing, appears confused and drooling from his mouth.
Huh. Well, they're out with the victim who's conscious and confused. Somebody else called and said he was assaulted. It's good.
Clear.
We'll see if we can help find the suspects that jumped on the guy. I'm going to switch this one to 3 if you don't mind.
Yeah, good idea.
5324.
Just leave mine on 1.
Maybe 30, male, conscious, breathing. Laceration above the left eye. 324, copy. I'm verifying scene is secure. We are before him.
So you heard the dispatcher say, can you verify the scene secure, because medics are on the way there, but medics don't come to the scene until it's secure for the medics to arrive.
Clear.
Copy, code 4. Checking channel 1 and 2 for any intox operators. 124.
About 324 in front of 8147 Street East. Copy in front of 8147 Street East, 2326.
That might be the suspect. I'm not sure.
That they're out?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep,
whoa.
stand by.
Come on. Oh, this ain't gonna be good. This guy don't want to stop.
10324, just verify. We're not going to need a second ambulance for that assault on 7th.
Well, let's just see what happens here.
I agree.
Why don't you go ahead? Just tell them we're in pursuit of
24.
24, I'm in pursuit.
Westbound 7th.
2400, go ahead.
Westbound 7th from Wakuta. It's a white Ford Focus. No plate. 1 black male driver. The right rear tail light is broken out.
We're probably going to terminate. This one.
Can I get that location or direction on 7th again, please? Just going up Jackson, northbound, just going up to the regions, gonna go up to University.
Thank you.
Copy northbound Jackson.
How's it look, right, Patrick?
Clear.
Six off, right?
How's it look now?
Clear.
Good.
What's the chase for?
What do you think? 94?
Just tell him we're terminating, but he was hold on. He was suspiciously leaving in a hurry from the holiday.
2400, we're terminating. He probably got on 94 East or 35 North. He left the holiday at 7th and Kitson at a high rate of speed. We don't know if there's something that happened there or not.
I copy. Subject likely got onto the highway, either 52 or 94. Left the holiday at 7th and Kitson at a high rate of speed. Unclear if an incident occurred at that address. 2328.
We're going to go back to the holiday.
224. Copy Central Box. I was terminated as holding traffic here. No one was hit or anything. Vehicle was last seen fleeing northbound on Jackson there.
Copy, last seen northbound Jackson, 2329.
And 2400, we're going to go back to the holiday and see if there's anything that occurred there. This looked like probably about a 10-year-old Ford Focus. Like I said, white in color, no plate, broken right rear tail light.
$2,400 a copy, approximately 10-year-old Ford Focus, white in color, no rear, no bus tail light, 2329.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah. So what happened is by the time we got to Jackson, this guy was driving so fast and so recklessly. By the time we turned north on Jackson, he was no longer in sight. And there's no point in trying to chase someone you can't see and you don't know which direction they went. They could have gone east on 94, north on 35E. They could have gone west on 12th Street towards 94 West, and we had no idea which it was.
No, and it's downtown traffic. There's not a lot of cars down here, but it's just, there's really hardly nobody on the street, but you did see that homeless guy that was out there a block when we came by earlier. It's just, we always balance the risk. Why he flew out here. You saw him right here just flying out of here. Pat's going to run in and just see if anything happened or...
224.
And,
you mean investigate for 7th and Jackson, please.
Copy at 7th Jackson, 2330.
I'm going to stay back here, Pat. You just see if that white...
Yep.
He probably saw him, that guy there. See if there's anything suspicious. Thanks, buddy.
You bet.
Okay.
$224.
So we'll see that car again.
We figured out everyone needed an intox operator.
It was transit that needed an intox operator. I thought it was 124 that keyed up when I had the channels
If there was a plate on that car, we could probably check the videos and get it, but
right,
since there was no plate on it at all.
You took it or not, or what's the deal?
Show him in around.
Just make sure he wasn't inside causing a problem.
2330.
That's the way robbery suspects depart, or gas theft suspects, or... It was nice that the St. Paul squad was there at Jackson and 7th. They could let us know which way they're going. But he did not want to be caught tonight. If we would have known for sure he got on the freeway, we probably would have got on there and continued, just because the freeways are so much safer than they are in the side streets, just because people aren't out there. Did you remember that car?
Yep. Said he'd been at the gas pump over here.
Yeah.
And he had actually come up to the door and asked him if the Super America down the street, if he knew it was open. Because they're starting to close earlier.
Okay.
So he may end up at the Super America later.
Or at a Super America, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? But he wouldn't let him in? Was he just talking through the door?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's a little suspicious. Hey, Tope, we are live, just so you know. I know you, but yeah, Pat went in there and said the guy wanted to come in, but they were closing up. So, and then he asked if the Super America was open down the street. So, who knows if he has any ill intent at any other gas stations? But yeah, he could have had to pee. Could have had to pee. Yeah, no, thank you. That car's going to show up. I mean, it was smashed in the back, right?
Yeah, it had damage in the back. The right rear tail light was broken out.
Yeah.
No plates. I don't think it had a 21 day.
He just bolted out of here, so we just latched onto him. Was that you at Jackson 7? Yeah, I saw. But that squad didn't chase, but they were able to see it go north on Jackson, so we do appreciate that. But he was driving even too fast for us. So, all right. Everything going good? Good. Yeah. All right, bud. Thank you. So, it's like I say, you never know what's around the corner. Or in this case, what's right in front of you.
Right.
Remind me, we will have to fill out a short. We as in you we'll have to fill out a short. No, I'll have to fill it out. But remind me, we got to fill it within 30 days. We got to fill out a state pursuit form stating we were in a pursuit. We terminated after half a mile, and the reason for this pursuit was essentially no plate, speed, and suspicious activity at a place of business.
Yep.
So.
Well, we got a few people sent us some screenshots of the car.
Yeah. See, I'm glad you picked it out as a Focus right away, huh?
Yeah. Somebody else says it's a Fusion, but I think it was a Focus. And one of the people who sent that to us is, 1 second here, Jake, who wants us to give a shout out to Austin Hess. He just joined the Army and is going to be headed off to basic training shortly.
Thank you for your service.
And he plans to pursue a career in law enforcement. Thank you for your service, Austin. Oh, my wife, Trish's uncle, Bill Conlon, of the one of the Gallivanters, had some wood for us on the west side. Sorry we didn't see that message before. And I miss you, Bill.
You know, back before there were all these computers, and we were looking for stolen cars, we had to use our memories and our clipboard. And on our bolo clipboard on our Be on the Lookout clipboard. On the top was the hot sheet, right?
Yep, either on the clipboard or taped to the dashboard.
Taped to the dashboard. With all the stolen cars that could fit on one piece of 8.5 by 11. I don't know. In my day, it never went longer than that. It was whatever they could get on that one page because you didn't want to be messing around.
Right. These days, I don't think you could fit it on that piece of paper.
But you get the most recent ones, anyhow.
Right.
And so it would tell you on that hot sheet, it would tell you the plate number. They were in numerical order, so even if you had letters first and numbers second, or numbers first and letters second, they would put them in numerical order. So if you saw a plate and you read 653 on it, you'd scroll down to the 600s on there and you'd look, see if the letters were on there. And so that was a great tool for us at the time, and us old guys still like those tools.
Absolutely.
Turns out that while they don't regularly use the hot sheet, there are some people that generate them, right?
Oh yeah.
So one of the St. Paul officers has offered to give us one tonight.
That's nice.
Yeah. So we're going to stop by here at the St. Paul PD.
Lori Dorrance, a good friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
And an outstanding St. Paul officer, had a photographic memory for hot sheets.
Yeah.
She would basically just glance at the hot sheet, go through all the numbers, and she'd know if she saw a stolen. Yeah. She was like a license plate reader.
Some people can do that, memorize 50 different numbers. Yeah, she was in my class, Lori and I. Lori Dorrance, Gary Rivet.
What a great class.
Oh my goodness. John Estevez. Adamic! Bomb squad still, right?
Believe so.
Johnny Adamic. His wife works at the comm center, does an awesome job. We're gonna see if we can get our hands on one of these very important pieces of equipment. We heard there might be a hot sheet available here at the gas pump. You don't have to say anything, but we want to get our hands on that old-timer piece of paper.
Would you see if you thought if that was a fusion or a focus?
Yeah. That was a fusion or all right, there we go. There's our printout there.
Nice.
It's got different types font than it did in the old dot matrix printers, right?
Yeah.
So what do we got on there? We got besides the plate.
We've got the.
What is this over here on the right?
That's where it was taken from.
Okay, there you go.
What did he think on the car?
He didn't see it. He didn't see the video. All right. Hey, how's it going?
Was that a white Focus or
White.
a silver?
White, with some damage in the rear. My best guess is it jumped on the freeway either east or north. If we had seen it for sure, we would have jumped on it, but it didn't. It didn't keep going north on Jackson, but it was fine.
Some of our car savvy viewers are saying it was actually a fusion. It might have been.
I will tell you this though, we went back and talked to the clerk, and he said The guy was at the pumps. I don't know if he bought gas, but he came to the door wanting to come in, and they were locking up. So then the guy asked him, do you think the Super America's open? Or Speedway, obviously. So he's obviously looking for another fast gas station. I don't know if it's for Illinois.
Was it like a small sedan or a full-size sedan?
Small.
It was small.
Yeah, are you looking for a different one?
Yeah, well, the shots fired the other day on Rice Street, it was a silver Ford Focus.
It was. What percent do you think have no plates out there now, huh?
Unbelievable.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, yeah. Well, if we could have got on the freeway with them, we would have stayed with them because it'd be safer down there. But just Jackson was...
Couldn't tell which way he went. And he had about 4 choices.
Yeah. There was a bus in front of us, too. That was part of the problem.
The bus is your worst enemy.
It is. The bus is our worst enemy.
Buses don't like us for some reason.
Yeah. Plus, you know, you come by 7th and Wall there are always some homeless people out in the street. You know?
525.
We didn't want to go through there too fast, so
525.
it is what it is.
Please change this to disturbance.
How are you guys working?
Clear advise with 278 224.
Is there somebody in the front seat? Oh, there he is over there. Yeah, he's getting kind of quiet over there. All right, you guys, you do a great job. We're proud to know you. Thank you. Some of St. Paul's finest out here. Just do a wonderful job. That was, you know, when I went back to work as a watch commander from 2010 to 2013, it was so great to get to know all those young officers.
Oh, I bet.
You know, I got to mention this. You got your phone handy? One of your 8 phones handy? Can you look up the Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association page?
Sure.
MPPOA.
Facebook or web page?
Just web. Looks like there's a chase in Carver County on LTAC 1. Headed toward, not toward us, but let's see what happens there.
Okay, I'm on the page.
So hit that little menu button up at the top.
Okay.
And then go to Police Journal.
Okay.
Now scroll down. Scroll down.
154
It froze.
No.
Why did it freeze? There we go.
See if you can scroll down.
There we go.
And see where it says Journal right there. View the latest online product. And then, hang on a second. Must be some bad service.
Huh.
So, flip through to page 13. Go this push sideways. There you go. So anyhow, I was honored, privileged to have the Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association write a story about Live on Patrol. You can go to their page and read the electronic version. It's their website is mppoa.com, Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association. And they wanted to do a story on Live on Patrol, and that was kind of them. So I only want to read one line from that. I have Pat
It's
read
very slow going, so I'm getting there. Okay, I'm on page 13.
It's about the program that Pat and I are involved with, and picture was taken really before. It's been a while coming, but read that last line in the whole story. I think
the very last sentence or paragraph?
The very last line.
Okay.
But is that the last line? Okay, right there. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Here, I just want you to hear this line because this is my goal, my hope that people will know this.
Okay, here it is, folks. It's hopefully live on patrol lets the public see what I have known all my career, that our deputies and law enforcement across the state perform great police work in good faith each and every day in a very difficult environment.
So anyhow, if you read the whole article, that's one of my goals. There are several goals. One, to let the public know what we do, to build some trust, and for people to see that there are honorable men and women out here every day working to serve the community in a tough environment. So that's all. You can go to the MPPOA. It's under the Police Journal tab. You can read that at your leisure. Little story about the Live on Patrol program. So we're back northbound on Rice Street. We haven't been here tonight. Somebody sent us some pictures there, huh, Pat?
Mm-hmm. You know, it might be a Fusion. Well, it's pretty distinctive looking with the broken taillight and the missing bumper. And send him a message.
Tell him it's from you.
You know, now and then I've seen a few comments on here that excuse me a second here.
Really? Well, that's what we got to monitor all 6 frequencies at once, huh?
Yes.
You want to run up there and check on her?
If you don't mind.
No. Why don't you tell the viewers where we're headed?
We are headed up onto Highway 61, and my daughter is a White Bear Lake police officer. My daughter Kirsten, my youngest daughter, and she was out on a traffic stop, and the violators started fighting with her. Apparently help got there very quickly, and they're now code 4, which means it's under control. But we're gonna go
check on her.
We're gonna go check on Kirsten.
No fun in a one-on-one wrestling match. I can tell you, a lot of St. Paul police officers that I've worked with have been in them. The most infamous one-on-one was Dave Longben's one-on-one fight with the murderer of Joe Bergeron over on the east side when he came out from a house, struck him with a toolbox. But there's been others. Officer Madsen's struggle over on Thomas and Hamlin. We've all been in those one-on-one struggles.
They're not fun.
And I can guarantee you this. You remember the first officer that showed up.
You betcha.
Because you're so thankful that the person brought that equal fight to a non-equal fight, because a lot of things can go wrong in a one-on-one fight, especially since if they're able to disarm you and take your weapon away, which is possible, you know, depending on the ability of the attacker.
3200 block. 61. Yeah, whenever a police officer has to get in a physical confrontation with someone, there is always a gun present. And That's the officer's gun. At least one gun present. The one the officer is carrying.
Phone call when you can.
Copy.
Thank you.
So we didn't hear that dispatch of her being in trouble because that was a white bear frequency on the east sector. Like I said, there's 6 frequencies to monitor, and obviously we had tuned in to a couple in St. Paul. But we try to monitor all 6, but it's not, when we're in the middle of something, it's not always possible. So once we go north of Larpenteur, we are in the suburbs of St. Paul. We're still in Ramsey County, and
preliminary information we have is that before the first backup car even arrived, Kirsten had the suspect under control. Kirsten is no slouch. She can hold her own.
well, the thing about it is, most cops aren't, but you just never know. The thing is, in this job, you almost have to let the bad guy get the first punch in before you can use force. That's the tricky part of it. And, you know, we've all had people that you got to be leery. You got to watch their hands. Are their hands clenching into fists? You know, are they about to strike you? You know, it's just a dangerous scenario when you're in there. And then I've had them where, you know, they jump on your back, you know, and now you got a guy on your back spinning around trying to, I don't know, and then of course, my favorite, I was a pretty good wrestler in high school, but wrestling doesn't really work on the street that well. I mean, it's good to have the wrestling skills.
Right.
But wrestling around on the ground with a guy when you have a weapon on you, and if there's any accomplices, you don't want to be laying on the ground. So,
no, you do not. That's the worst place to be.
So, if you got a little warning, you know, you can use some mace or a taser or something, but the problem is you just never know until it's on you. That's why it's great to have a partner. Most departments now are working one-person cars.
Yeah.
Even in the city of St. Paul.
That's unfortunate.
And all state troopers work one-person cars. Most of the White Bear cars too, right?
Yes, they are all one-person cars.
Yeah. So probably let you get out and talk to her so she doesn't have to make any statements on camera here. You never know what the policies might be regarding talking about an incident before every department's a little different.
Yep.
We don't
And
wanna,
I am not familiar with White Bear's policies.
we're not going to jam her up, but nothing wrong with another agency checking on somebody. Just down here earlier today at Barnett Dodge. Oh, there she is right there, maybe?
Must be.
It's like that. I'll let you get out. I'll just hang back here. Maybe her supervisor's there too?
Yep.
All right. Tell her it's just one agency checking on another.
Right.
So, going to take a look at the questions. Oh, well, Daytona, Florida was letting us know Pat's daughter is okay. I don't know if ho-hos are different from Swiss rolls. I can't tell the difference, but definitely chocolate Twinkies are better than either one. If you want to bring things to the homeless, my recommendation is come down on Kellogg Boulevard and just put them on the bench there. That's probably the best spot if you want to truly donate. A DOA is in fact a person that's when the squad got there or the fire rig got there, a dead person, yes, a deceased person. Usually most of our DOAs are elderly and have died through natural causes. We still haven't gotten over to Harriet Island. We were on our way over there when we heard the call on East 7th Street. So we were going to East 7th Street when the guy flew out of the Holiday. So Tim Jones's wife, Roxy, is doing very good. Her daughter, Chelsea, was awesome kid, still is. Played hockey over there at Stillwater. And her son, Matt, is now a St. Paul police officer. State troopers sometimes do monitor our frequencies. They probably heard the car flying north, but, still the odds of them seeing it or catching it are probably less than 50-50. Yeah, there was definitely some damage on the back of that thing. So a lot of people sending us pictures saying it's definitely a Fusion. I tell you what, that camera's pretty good on that car, in this car now, isn't it? Holy mackerel. Based on some of those still shots you're sending me. Based on some of these still shots. So what'd she have to say?
She is fine.
Yeah.
And the prisoner is very loud.
Oh, he's in her back of her car?
It's a female. Apparently,
females are tougher because I know you always had a hard time wrestling with the females.
I got beat up more by females than by anybody. I swear.
That's because you're a kind person. You don't feel like you could use force on a female.
It's a natural instinct to restrain yourself.
Yeah, it is.
If you're a decent person. But no.
I'm going to hand this to you. I was working my way down. This woman says that Trisha's cousin. Oh, good we got here before she left, huh? I went through all the ones above there. I guess the blue dots show you the ones that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
So the border between White Bear and Maplewood is right here. Technically, I suppose, County Road.
7174. My party's got her hands out of her cuffs. I'm on 694 pulling over. I'll take a second.
Okay, that's going to be us.
Oh.
74 copy. You're nearest the...
She said 694 West.
Yeah, it has to be.
Oh,
that's not good.
7-2 route.
Copy. 74, 4694.
There she is.
Tell her we'll be out with them.
North.
We'll go on track. We'll be called 26 or 27, 26. It shows on the subviews of the squad.
Go on, copy.
She gets everyone until we figure out what's going on and push the code for it.
2400, we're out with her on 694.
Well, that's not good, huh?
Copy. 10-1 for 9174. 2400 out with her. Seven. You can clear the 10-1, we're all for here. Copy, 10-1 cancel. 5 minutes.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
3921, check 87.
I'll get a stall for you in a bit.
Pardon me?
Control.
There we go, yeah.
Control. 2726, Chisholm.
3921, can you add Minnesota Boys on yellow 817?
Copy the plate.
So, there's a good example how things can change rapidly. The woman was able to get her cuffs off in the back seat. You never want to have someone with cuffs off. And, you know, it's a great example of sometimes we try to be, you know, people complain about how tight the cuffs are. And sometimes we try to be nice and not have them too tight. And then as soon as they're not too tight, that's what happens.
Exactly.
You know, cuffs are made to double lock so that they don't tighten up on you. And that's what took the time there. The officers there were making sure the cuffs were tight, but not single lock. The double lock, you know what I mean? They want to make sure that they wouldn't get tighter and then people whine and complain. So they're double locked, and that takes a little while because you got to turn the key from the handcuff both ways to double lock so that it can't shrink. But you can't get it too loose, because you get too loose, then what happens? And nothing is worse than having a person without handcuffs on in the back seat that you just got through fighting with on the side of the road.
Right.
So
It's a huge concern because there's times when weapons are missed when you do a search.
All the time.
9173.
Oh, even when they book them in the jail, the amount of weapons that people, when the officers bring them, that end up get found at booking, especially when it's a female, and especially when you have bulky clothes, you know, it's a combination of all those factors. So, anyhow, there you go. The first person to back her up was her dad. Yeah.
Thank you for getting us. Thank you for getting us there.
That brings tears to my eyes, to be honest with you.
Mine filled up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
I am not gonna lie. They filled up.
So. Back on a southbound 35, we got a what did they say, gun call or something?
Yeah, there's a gun call down at
Johnson and Rainey.
Johnson and Rainey. I think it's still impending. I don't think it's been dispatched.
Article 1823 6th Street on a 50-year-old female fell off the stairs.
Can you repeat that in the statement?
Just
1872.
737 by 7 Street, 1823 6th Street,
feels
for
like it's
50-year-old
getting a little
female
busier.
who fell off the stairs.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, we weren't planning on going on an overtime tonight just because of
9172.
Typically hasn't been that busy, but you know, if it stays busy at 1 o'clock,
you can send me the north call.
I guess we'll have to stay a little later.
I'm getting the feeling. I want to find that
car.
Yeah. What did our expert decide? Fusion or Focus?
I don't remember. You'll have to. Thing is, I'm really not a great car guy. If I can see the Ford sticker, I can tell you it's a Ford. But now it's a 65 Mustang or a 69 Impala. Good with that.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Fusion. I think the majority of the viewers were right.
So what's the call on Westminster?
It's a hit and run with no vehicle description. A car hit a pedestrian, but there's absolutely no vehicle description whatsoever.
What is the address? 11 something?
1101.
Well, we're not too far from there. We'll run in on that call. By the way, I got the brakes checked out today because they're just feeling a little bit strange, but they said no, they're all good. Keep the cars fully maintained in this business. Yeah, that whole thing about missing, well, it isn't really missing. It's just that you can't search people adequately on the street, you know,
right,
to determine if there are weapons. And there are so many places people can conceal weapons.
And the big bulky coats of winter make it more difficult.
Yeah, it's just... had a hit-and-run accident down there and see if we can get some witnesses to tell us what the car was.
That's on 3.
I think we're going to Westminster, right?
Yeah.
Rainy.
Isn't that just...
My suspects are going to be 2 white males wearing black jackets, white shirts, and they were walking eastbound from this location here at Johnson and Rainy towards the
Oh,
Holiday.
that's the gun call, right?
Yes.
I'm saying that's the son there to the squad here on Rainy.
If I'm wrong, let me know. But we're going one block west east here, right?
We're on Rainy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
White
1
males
block.
wearing black jackets and white shirts. That's going to be south from location towards the Holiday.
So we got a gun pointing incident down at Johnson and Rainy. We have
And 312, I'll have information on the female. Just give me a minute, I'll get it.
hit-and-run accident over here at Westminster, just south of Maryland.
Okay, with this latest picture, I'm thinking that maybe that was definitely a fusion.
You know what? Why do you think they make them both start with F?
Yeah, really.
Because it's a Ford, you know. So if you're new to watching us, I hope you'll go back and watch some of our earlier broadcasts. We try not to be too redundant for our regular viewers, some of the information regarding our town. So, I'm guessing the fire department is here already, right? Maybe not. Maybe they're... Sounds like the squad is coming. What do we got for an address on that?
We got about 2 more blocks to go.
Can't be far.
This is 11:45.
Well, I'm sure they got that address right. Something's not right. 1101 or 10?
10:11.
Oh,
10:11.
10.
327.
There we go. I'm not dyslexic, but 10:11, 11:10. That's a squad in front of us, I bet. Right?
Squad 327.
Yep, that's going to be it up there.
We're going to let that medic go past us here so we don't get blocked in by the squad.
The squad's in the area. My cop's son is walking around here. It looks like he's a white male, about 5'7", wearing a blue hooded sweatshirt and a black hat.
So you'll see the medic rig pulls up. And
Copy. Some of the victims walking around as far as
the
white
other
male,
side,
5'7", blue hooded sweatshirt and black hat. 17 minutes.
on the other side
Squad
is
327.
a fire rig. So all of the
There's squad that can start towards 1610 Westminster Street.
16.
Not on the child abuse call.
Yeah, it's a little further north than that. But anyhow, they send a medic, and they also send a backup fire rig that's fully trained in first aid. They do that for a couple reasons. Primary reason, and they have redundancy in case the medic rig somehow, the medic rig somehow has a traffic problem.
It sounds like she started up again.
Well, I'm sure they can handle her down there.
Oh, no doubt.
So, but the St. Paul Fire Department is the most highly trained department you're going to find in the 5-state area, and just exceptional training in first aid, and you know, you're going to get a response very quickly if you call the fire department in the city of St. Paul. And like I said, they'll send redundancy so that if something goes wrong, you see your television shows where there's an accident of some sort. And in case they need something else, some additional help, if it turns out there's 2 people that are injured, or they maybe need to haul someone out someplace, they always have a little extra help. Medic rigs used to have 4 people on them all the time. I think today, in today's world, sometimes they're down to 3.
Squad 327.
I'll head his way.
Copy. Squad 512 on 3.
Just check the hot sheet. No Ford Fusions on it. You know, there have been quite a few comments that popped up saying people can't believe a Ford Fusion got away from us. Well, here's the thing. We are not willing to do all of the dangerous things that the person we're pursuing is willing to do.
Yeah.
They don't care about cross traffic. They don't care about pedestrians.
323, clear report.
They are pretty much willing to do anything they can to get away. We're not willing to do anything we can to catch them. We're not willing to put people at risk, at unreasonable risk, to catch them.
Well, and we're pretty darn familiar with the street there. That
300, I'm close. I'll continue.
I mean, we drive these streets every day, and that intersection by the speedway there.
512, you can leave me on
that intersection by the speedway always has people crossing the street, and homeless people. In fact, if you recall, when we came by eastbound on 7th Street, my car's got no plate either. When we came by eastbound there was a homeless man out there with his cart in the middle of the street yelling at us. He was a block further west, but one of my fears is that you got a combination of people that are in the street and shouldn't be, but because of their mental illness, they are.
Right.
And then you got criminal drivers. There's a bad combination in that particular sector. Had we got onto the freeway, that car would not have lost us. But we're not opposed to chasing. It appears to have a yellow sticker on it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just wonder what percentage of those stickers are real.
I wonder the same thing.
So, yeah, that car wasn't going to lose us if we had a wide open road, but you saw the bus, you saw the traffic, and the bus concealed who might be out on the street because you can't see the pedestrians there, so. Well, where did that come from?
That was that Monte Carlo.
Went the other way?
That was in front of us there.
Well, I
that you let turn.
I know that guy very well.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh my goodness. We'll go down there and talk to him. It's been a long time. Just a former burglar that I arrested many times. Was in a car. I think I've told the story of all the VCRs he used to steal out in Como. Since he's in violation of the speed limit, just have a little chat with him. Make sure you're comfortable that it's not a stolen with a fake.
Just go real slow past the permit.
Put the O light on there. Put the O light on there.
Yeah, I can't read it at all.
Semi-legit.
Hello. How y'all doing?
Hello.
You know the speed limit's 25 now.
I'm sorry. I thought it was still 30. I'm sorry.
Well, you were doing 40.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I won't do it again.
That's all right.
All right. How long does the permit have to go? How long does the permit have to go for your plates?
It's only till the 23rd. I should be getting my plates soon. I just got the car.
Okay. I used to have one of these. Isn't it great?
Yes, it is. I have pipes in the back. It goes really fast. I don't try to.
See you. Thank you. Have
a good night.
Thank you. Nice lady.
Yeah. She's very pleasant. Let me just cord for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, apparently I'm not even using it. Wait.
22 minutes.
Thank you.
Keep in mind, it might put you on the... Is it working? That's the other thing. I gotta make sure it's plugged in.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, if we could, run into him, that would be awesome.
327 copy, you're going to be code 40, squad's not on the scene, can cancel.
We haven't been on University Avenue yet tonight. Hey, we'll have to sneak over there here before 1 o'clock.
Not once. Haven't been on University. We haven't been on Rice Street either, have we?
Yeah, we came up Rice once.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Just before we went to see your daughter. But we weren't there long. So what was that plate on that car? 3 that you sent her?
Oh.
I got it here.
You got it?
379.
Yeah. Tony was always really social. Pretty much the whole family was.
Yeah. Well,
God, it has to be
kind of fun to run into people that, well, you know, it's like Star Wars and people that you used to find out if they're doing okay, you know?
Right.
So everybody, for the most part, everybody outgrows this. It just takes some people longer, but if you don't have the right support network of family or education, sometimes you can't outgrow it.
Right.
So we are southbound on Payne at Minnehaha.
Three, two.
those last comments. We'll go check the area for that mail.
Copy. Looks like mail party is going to be at Welcome Westbound on the north
It's
side.
very pleasant out here.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Lafayette Park and Rainy.
Very, very pleasant.
24 degrees for the first week of December is not bad weather.
No. It's pretty good. I got my jacket on too, which makes, you know, the vest and the jacket keep you warm, but
614, check that area.
I know you were complaining your hands were cold, but it's
just when I hold the flashlight out the window for an extended period of time.
614, copy district area. You're not seeing anybody yet. 8 minutes.
Where did we get that info from?
Hello, Ketchikan, Alaska.
Yeah, I've been there. I was there 2 summers ago in Ketchikan on a cruise there from, I don't know where it is. Is it Anchorage? Yeah, Anchorage down to Vancouver. Stopped in Ketchikan. Great experience.
Ketchikan and Sitka are 2 towns I've always wanted to go to.
You know, Tom Radke's a chief up there in Alaska now, one little town. What town is he in? You know?
I didn't hear that.
No, he's a chief up there in Alaska.
Really?
Here's the intersection we were going through that has all the people hanging around. Yeah, Tom Radke. Somebody's got to send us. He's a chief up there.
Anybody knows what town Tom Radke is a chief at in Alaska?
It's one of those towns you can't get to directly by road. You have to either take a boat in or fly in.
614.
I took a job up there after I retired.
Scanner was listening.
In Alaska?
In Alaska.
Mail party.
In Bristol Bay Borough,
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
The borough is comprised of 3 towns. Naknek. I can't even remember the other 2. But I ended up spending 19 hours there.
Yep.
Because it was... I wasn't real happy with the atmosphere. I wasn't happy that I had to spend $20 for 2 eggs, 2 slices of bacon, and some toast in the restaurant when I got in. And the guy who hired me was not a pleasant person. So I spent a total of 19 hours in Alaska and had to pay $235 for just a horrible room in a so-called hotel.
What did you interview over?
Did the interview completely over the phone and over the computer.
Caller advising they believe the party is going in and out of the woods or the park area near.
I'll be darned. Last I heard he had
Scroll down there. That's where they're living. Here, you can scroll through there. I can't do it.
Last I heard he had a pizza place somewhere.
No, he's a chief up in Alaska. What's the town are they in there? Wrangell?
Wrangell, Alaska, with 2 L's. W-R-A-N-G-E-L-L.
Scroll down, you'll figure out which town. I don't think that's a town he's the official chief in. But
oh, okay. It'll say.
We worked with Tom. We worked together in the burglary auto theft unit. He worked on Rice Street, too. Great patrol.
Well, it looks like he's got some beautiful scenery from his home.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's under Tom and Candy Radke. You can go on their page. Him and his wife moved up there. They were from Hastings originally.
And it is Wrangell where he's the chief.
It is Wrangell.
Yep. Caller advising a female and male party were yelling on the sidewalk and then went into the entry of that building. That's 30 minutes.
It's gorgeous, but you gotta be able to let your brain relax up there, huh?
Oh, I'll bet.
I don't think it would work for me.
No, I'm a city boy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a city boy through and through.
Now, was that before you met Trish, or before you were dating Trish, or
yes.
after?
Yes.
Jesus, criminy, Pat. Bristol, Alaska. I didn't know that about you.
It was very short-lived. I'll be darned.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't make a show out of you. You know, my 15-year-old now, when he was 12 and 13, one of his favorite shows was the Alaskan Bush People. Now that I could have seen you on.
Now, if I had gone for somewhere like Sitka or Ketchikan or Anchorage or Fairbanks, I'd probably still be there.
I think it was Ketchikan, where they got an island up there not too far from Ketchikan where they have like hundreds of eagles. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it.
It's unbelievable. The eagles, they're just hundreds of them, and you take a boat ride out there. I think it's the Greatest Catch Boat or something. It used to be in a reality show.
The Deadliest Catch.
Yeah, Deadliest Catch.
Yeah.
We rode that out there to this island where all these eagles are. And the photographs that I have of that are just phenomenal. Phenomenal. It was on my wife's bucket list, that trip. We saw a glacier, we saw it fall off, and that was pretty cool. We hit a few icebergs with our cruise. My wife went on, we hiked to the Mendenhall Glacier. I don't know if I ever told you that. We hiked to the Mendenhall Glacier and we hiked under it. There was caves underneath it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, somewhere on my Facebook page I have a picture of us in helmets underneath the Mendenhall Glacier. About 2.5 hour hike up there to get there.
I'm not sure how my claustrophobia would work out in a cave under a glacier.
Well, the good news is there's so much light coming in that it doesn't seem dark. It's like a light snow ice cave. But my wife and son also went on the zip lines. I forget which town that was in. It's a good mother-son bonding. I decided with my extra weight that I was carrying from Twinkies that I was ineligible for the zip lines. They probably would have let me go with a little fudging on my weight. Falling 50 feet in the trees didn't sound too fun. So for those of you that are not from the Twin Cities, again, St. Paul is the capital city. Minneapolis is our twin city, but St. Paul is our capital. We're on our Capitol grounds here. We have a beautiful state capitol that tends to be a functional place of legislation here. Just give you a little peek at the Minnesota State Capitol here in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yeah, I may be biased, but I still say it's the most beautiful state capitol in the country that I've seen, and I've seen quite a few.
And so well lit, you know, so well lit the way they keep it lit. And again, I don't know when that's starting, but the cathedral's having an illumination show.
Yeah,
at the
it's
cathedral.
coming up in
December sometime. All right, there you have it. We're going to run up to squads out there on got 2 there.
You're on 2?
Okay. Oh, yeah, I just put it on 2.
Okay.
Squads out there, we're going to run up to, they got a car without plates. There's just so many of them. Most of them are stolen, just to be candid. You know, it used to be that people didn't have plates because there was a backlog.
Right.
That backlog's pretty been kind of wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
It is 12:37. So
I'm gonna put this. Which one you on? 3 or 1?
I think I'm on 1.
I'll put this one on 3.
half hour away from having to reset. A little less than a half hour,
Probably
probably.
go a little bit, as long as you got your nap in there, Gramps.
I got it in.
Well, thank you. Really, from the bottom of my heart, I know Pat feels the same way, but I just want to say thank you for everyone who said some positive comments on our post today, both regarding the
129
regarding the county board commissioners
129.
and
If he fires pulling away, do they need to see us, or they just an air check?
I can't tell you how much it means when you genuinely articulate
Homeless males just sleeping in the area.
something of value that you get from what we're doing here. This is not entertainment. This is hopefully education.
Copy that, 129. Let's go ahead and clear this and
Relationship, community, and if it's entertaining, well, that's all the better. Like I said, when education is entertaining, it's much easier to learn. So, thank you.
I think so. Yeah, definitely. Thank you all very much.
220 code 4.
There's a shooting down here and gun incident on Charles earlier this week. Just want to see what we got going here. If you got your O-light ready, young man.
Yep.
See what we got here. A little frost on the windows.
Hi. Hi, everything okay? All right, looks like a whole bunch of people out. Thank you. No plates and no sticker. Hello. How you doing? Where's your license plates at? It's where? Let me take a look. How you doing tonight?
Squad 115.
It's not. This is pretty warm for the first week of December out, is it?
Where you ladies headed now? No place to go?
Single vehicle into an electrical box. Vehicle's running, airbags deployed. There is a person near the vehicle.
What happened?
The driver. There's also a group of people walking towards Flex. Possibly northbound.
That lady in the back, she's a friendly one. She's smiling a lot. We like that.
Copy. At 40 minutes.
You know what we always say about people that don't roll their windows down? How's it going?
You ain't seen me in a while.
No, are you okay?
Yeah.
You got hit?
Grandbaby.
Yes, back up a little bit. It's COVID.
I got a grandson.
Okay, awesome. Back up. Did you get hurt the other day?
Not me.
Okay, back up a little bit. I know. Back up a little bit though. You're too close. You got a license. That was her. Wasn't you, huh? She's dead, huh?
When did I get naked out here?
Well, I don't know. All right. I don't have any cash. I'm sorry. I don't even carry cash anymore. That's the problem. I don't even carry cash. No, I don't. Oh, here. All I got is a 50. Oh, here. Let me hold on. I got a 1. There you go. There you go.
You ain't Pat.
No, I'm Pat's right over there.
Pat.
Hey, Tammy, how are you?
Where? All right. Who's in it?
Northbound 35.
Hey, Pat.
Cayuga now.
We gotta chase. We gotta go. I gave her $1.
We gotta go, hon.
Northbound 35 from 94 requesting assistance on a pursuit white SUV. It looks like the vehicle just crashed.
Oh, good.
Oh,
not good.
Speed, they're now calling crash at Wheelock.
I don't mean good they crashed, but good we can catch up to them.
Right.
They're probably gonna keep running.
101, can we get a better location on the crash for West?
373. Speed report was 910-307. Big Mark Street, K9.
I don't know what frequency that's
trying to get further.
512, chase.
I'm gonna go there.
They got off at Wheelock, and it looks like the crash is Wheelock, Carpenter area.
Your seatbelt, buddy.
Did you go to LTEC?
I already had it on there. It wasn't on there.
Okay.
I don't know where it is.
21 looks like car crashes in the alley between St. Anthony and Central here.
What?
That's a different one. That's a different
202, go ahead. 202, I copy. They're looking for assistance on the accident.
Do we know who the...
We're patched with West right now. You find with Central Squad switching to LTEC 1.
Metro,
824, 271, first one to crash, we're going to LTEC.
Medic car now.
I don't know which agency started.
Copy.
Hang on.
224 and 271 en route to crash. 35 Wheelock.
That's Rachi.
We're code 4 on the RAN.
Copy, code 4 on the RAN, 42 minutes.
Any more 42
Negative, just one.
Uh-oh, this don't sound good. You ready to see anybody?
Nope. Clear.
I don't know what department was chasing. I really wish I could figure that out. Because it wasn't St. Paul. It wasn't the county.
And 181, I copy that. You're going to be in the alley with that crash at St. Anthony and Bigelow.
It's a different crash there.
525, downtown Phoenix.
Clear.
Have a good night. 525, copy. Have a good night.
Go ahead.
44 minutes. 21 recall. 181, I was just acknowledging. I copy your location in the alley at Bigelow by St. Anthony.
I got a window open back there. What is that noise?
Central St. Anthony.
Sounds like it.
Copy, everything.
Some squads
Sounds
up
like the
there.
hatch is open. Yeah.
375 northwest in the alley. Yep. 375 North Lex in the alley. 47 minutes.
Which department started it?
St. Paul 271, looks like we have plenty of squads up here. We can just start blocking off Wheelock. First marker.
So, chase northbound on 35. Clearly the car had a little accident over here. We got a lot of help.
23, we're ready on LTEC 1. Is there anybody in custody?
Yeah, this is a problem.
Looks like there's somebody
Is that?
stuck in the car.
It looks like that car might have rolled.
Sure does.
They have code 4 up here. They have plenty of help. I'll be blocking at Wheelock and Westminster. The other vehicle crash. Everybody.
And the driver is, I think, 47 heading.
Copy, blocking at Wheelock and Westminster.
Your driver is with you. I have 2 passengers in the back seat.
So there were 2 separate incidents going on that kind of made this kind of confusing. Down off of St. Anthony and Bigelow in the Western District, there was a crash in an alley. What led up to that, I don't know. And then we had this separate incident up here at Larpenteur and 35, where State Patrol was involved in a chase.
And clearly there was another car involved in the accident here too. So you get a view of that one. There was a black vehicle and this vehicle.
So we don't know which vehicle was the suspect vehicle.
No. Sounds like they're trying to extricate some people. Must have been the State Patrol's chase, huh?
Yeah. See if I can find out which one was the suspect vehicle.
Hey, who was the suspect vehicle? That one or that one? You know?
I don't know.
You don't know either, huh?
No, I just heard someone say that they needed mutual aid, and everyone in St. Paul started going.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure.
Was it the troopers chasing it originally? It was.
I think I heard part of it. They were like weaving in and out of traffic, or even in traffic, and then speeds over 100.
Okay. I see all the debris here, so obviously somebody got hit. I'm just not sure who. I'm going to check with the troopers, see which one was it. Thank you.
That was the suspect vehicle, the white SUV.
Well,
Sorry, I couldn't be more helpful.
Thank you. No, you've been good. Thank you very much. It was the white SUV, huh?
Yeah, the white SUV was the suspect vehicle.
Hey, Copper, how's it going? Did you put a fire out?
No fire. Someone said firearm.
Oh, hey,
A little confusion.
is there a person still stuck in the car?
They're not stuck, but there's a gal that's a little bit hurt.
Okay, are the medics coming?
Yes, I believe so. They told me that.
Metro 2172.
All right.
I don't hear any,
Go
but
ahead.
hopefully they'll be here shortly.
Thank you.
Do you want us to keep the gotcha, or can we clear?
You can drop it. Thank you.
So there's apparently the suspect driver there in custody.
Clear 33 traffic and drop in the Patchville Tech 1. Thank you, St. Paul services.
Trooper, how'd this whole thing start?
Just
Just pursuit?
Yeah.
On the freeway?
Yeah, it was
And then this car hit that other black car?
Yeah, I have to go check on the black car. I didn't even know about that one.
That one had a lot of damage. It looked like it had damage before it got hit.
That one?
Yeah. All right. See ya. Good luck. Thank you. All right. So there you have it. Pursuit, State Patrol had a pursuit on the freeway. Oh, here comes the medics.
It's your pretty good.
This is sometimes where it gets complicated because you'll see that's the St. Paul medic rig, and the impact actually occurred on the north side of Larpenteur, which is technically in Maplewood, but because St. Paul has full-time firefighters and a lot of Maplewood is they're full-time, but usually they'll have some part-timers too. Usually St. Paul Fire can get there first.
That looked to me like that black car did roll over.
Yeah, it did. Do you want me to
Congress Street West?
Do you want to go back and talk to Tammy?
Attempting to get in the vehicle. Last team headed eastbound.
No. No. That took me a minute.
I gave her $1.
No, that's okay.
I gave her $1.
Yeah, that's very kind of you.
I was thinking it was her that got hit and killed, but it was her friend that got hit. Remember the accident on Rice Street up there at Maryland?
So, our friend Guy Stanton says that Wrangell is an island. It's Wrangell Island that Tom's the chief.
I told you couldn't get there except by boat or something. You can't drive there. Might be a small little airport or something there. What a life change, huh? Good for Tom. Chief Radke, Wrangell, Alaska. We'll have to get a call.
That just doesn't.
We'll have to have him call in some night. Tell us what's going on. The world is very small nowadays. You know that? I mean, all the well-wishers from England and Australia and Canada. So we are now on Highway 36 westbound. We were in the suburb of Maplewood. Now we're leaving it in about to go into the suburb of Roseville. We'll just stop up here at the Speedway in case. Just drive through the Speedway in case our friend chose to come up here.
Right. That's from the inspector. Mike?
Yeah. Thanks. We are now on Rice Street, the border between Little Canada and Roseville. Roseville has its own police department. They do an awesome job. And then Little Canada contracts with the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. The sheriff's deputies up here are amazing as well. One of the busier places right now. Let's run this one. Unless you think it's the
Right there?
Yeah. 012ULX. Probably the owner. That's a nice car. The clerk. You think they got chocolate Twinkies? Where did we get those again?
You know, we got them 2 different places.
Rice and
I
Pearl.
think they're out and about now.
Okay.
Want me to grab some?
I can't even imagine they actually have them.
I'll bet they do.
And there was one comment that I don't appreciate out of the 5,000 from last week. When I said we could eat Twinkies, but the comment was that I said we can't eat chips. We can eat Twinkies because people can hear us. And somebody wrote in, we can hear you eating Twinkies too. We can even hear you 2 guys groaning when you get out of the SUV.
Oh, really?
That was hurtful.
Yeah.
That was hurtful. What'd you think?
Yeah.
I don't think we groan.
Not.
I think we,
too much.
it might be a heavy breath or something.
But groan, I think that's a little extreme.
No, it's definitely not groaning. Definitely not groaning. Well, in fairness to our friends in Roseville, let's run over to the Rosedale Mall area for a minute, huh?
Mm-hmm. And that'll probably be a good place to restart.
Oh yeah, good idea. Westbound on Highway 36 in the heart of Roseville, Minnesota. Home of the Roseville Raiders. Ramsey High School Rams before they merged with Kellogg.
Now, are movie theaters shut down completely again?
They are. But a lot of people are going over to Hudson. There's a movie theater over there, I think. Apparently that's not shut down.
Okay.
I know a lot of my hockey friends are going to the rinks over in Hudson. So everybody's waiting to see what the governor's going to propose. The state high school league here is ready to start on December 21st for hockey. The game's starting like around the 1st of January, but it isn't really clear whether the governor's going to let that happen. But there is some sentiment to get a late start. But I did hear they want to make sure that all the state tournaments are done, I think by March 29th, because they want to make sure that the spring sports get to start on time, because all the spring sports were canceled last year. So in fairness to them, they want to make sure the spring sports get us. They don't want to have them lose 2 seasons.
No, that's good.
Actually, I'm going to run over there by Rosedale. Oh, maybe let's see what Harmar has for Christmas lights, huh?
Yeah.
Southbound on Snelling. A lot of you come to the Minnesota State Fair this way. You come down 36 or Snelling from 694. The rest of you come in from the south end. This is the street for most people to get to the State Fair. I will recommend that Chantilly Grill for any time. Right there. Chantilly Grill. I guess it's called Chanty.
Chianti.
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 Well, it's Chianti. But I've been ate there several times at the brunch. Once they reopened, the Sunday brunch.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Sunday brunch there. Chianti. My wife's probably laughing her head off at me. Chianti girl. Chantilly? Chantilly to Chianti. Used to be a Pizza Hut. Do you remember that? Way back? That structure?
Yes. You're right.
Used to be a Pizza Hut. Then it was something else, and now it's... You know, it's going to be the Chantilly Grill someday.
It'll have to be now.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll buy it and name it that.
We're not going to open up a restaurant.
That's right.
We're going to call it Bob and Pat's Great Adventure. Ted and Bill. Bill and Ted's Great Adventure. So Rosedale Mall here is an exceptional shopping facility. You know, safe, good restaurants, quality stores. One of the busiest in terms of sales per store here in the country.
Yeah, I've heard the food court here has really got some exceptional restaurants.
Yeah, they changed it so much, but your recommendation of Baltimore is still the best.
Oh, thank you.
4498 Tango. 98 Tango.
And it's a safe place too.
Correction on the apartment number.
On occasion, we've had a few kids get off the mass transit, come in and cause trouble, but the Rosedale people really do
98 Tango, copy.
crack down on it and take care of it, as well as the Roseville police. Oops. And Big Bowl, as you know, right in the door here is one of my favorite.
Oh yeah, good spot.
So AMC Theater, Granite City,
Granite City's a good spot. Been there a couple times.
this one, is this Chicago or what is this one here? Oh, it's now Starcade or something? Crave?
Never even heard of
Crave.
it.
This is the new food
Oh,
court.
Crave is good.
The new food court there.
Oh, okay.
So it's 1:03. We are going to sign off in a minute here with a little Christmas lights in our foreground by the Crave and Chipotle restaurants here, which actually look pretty good on camera.
Yeah, it does.
And as we do, just want you to know, Pat tried to give me a Christmas present last week, and I told him I wanted to wait until tonight because I had a present for him too. So if you hang with us after we come back on, we're going to exchange Christmas gifts. I had to go all the way to the North Pole to get yours with Santa. I had to go with Santa to the North Pole.
I saw you and Santa in the car. That's what that was about, huh?
And he's going to come back, he said. He's going to come back just before Christmas, but and say hi to you. So just so you know.
Okay.
For those people that think Santa, that Pat only deserves a lump of coal, but trust me, he's on the good list. I checked the book when I was up there.
You did?
You're definitely on the good list.
Okay, that's good to know.
I had sent him a letter about ordering your present too, so I got the present. Fortunately, they made the present up there too, so.
All right.
That's going to be good. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes if you can stay awake. And then right here in front of this car, we're going to exchange gifts.
There you go. All right.